There we go. Hopefully you can hear us now. Sorry about that. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Makeup here on Beyond Authentic Health and Beauty, where we are documenting our swimming world journey and so much beyond. So, yes, thank you so much for joining us. We've got a few people here on the live already this morning. So good morning to Nanette, Nanette's Necessities. Good morning to Mary Jane. Good morning to Ed. I hope you are all well. If you are just joining us, do come and say hello in the live chat. It's how today's going to work. So a few things. Today, as you might have seen, we are doing a pastel goth springtime look. I have just posted a picture on Instagram. The Major is here. Good morning to the Major. Good morning. Notifications are out. Thank you very much, my darling. Neat, your parcel hasn't been sent yet, but there's a very good reason for that. I have been waiting to find something that I have now found that I can put in the parcel, because we've been sorting the back room out. Do you remember this? Do you remember this? I found it. I found it yesterday. So it's going in the parcel today, my darling. So that'll be on its way out to you today. Because we've got to go out. I've got to go out and vote today. So hopefully you're not going to do me too dirty in the look today, because I do need to wear it actually doing things, like doing adult things. I mean, I'm not really an adult. I don't care how old I get. I'm never going to be an adult. I'm always going to be a kid at heart. So that's what we're doing today. We are doing a pastel goth springtime look. I did post a picture on Instagram, so check it out just here below if you haven't seen it, of all of the stuff I've got on the table in front of me. I have palettes, I have highlighters, I have contour sets, I've got jewels, I've got, oh God, lips. Well, not lips, but you know, lipstick stuff. I've got you name it, I've got it all in front of me today. So we are ready to play with lots of makeup looks. Yes, I did find it, my darling. Absolutely. I knew roughly, I knew where it should be. I just couldn't get to it because of all the crap. So finally we're sorting things out and moving things. We've got 3 bags of clothes to go to a charity shop as part of our slimming world thing, and I've barely touched the surface on my clothes. So yeah, it's going to be very good. You're quite right, Ed. Being an adult is overrated. It is. It really is. So yes, so first of all, how is everybody doing? If you are looking at the stream today, or if you're posting today, you will realize that you do have to be a subscriber to be able to post, and we have got slow mode on, so you can only post once every 15 seconds or so. Just bear that in mind. It just means that everything stays nice and friendly on the chat, on the live. We can get a bit manic sometimes here, but you know, generally that's coming from me, not from you. So yeah, so first of all, I guess, what am I wearing? Because on the camera it looks like I am ready for a funeral or something, or it looks like I'm wearing my great aunt's doily, but this is actually a lace top. Look at the bingo rings as I lose the weight, never mind. And I've got a lovely pastel lilac top underneath, because we are doing, I'll show you, look, it's pastel, because we're doing pastels today, so this is as pastel-y as I go. So yeah, so I'm kind of like working the look. It's a little bit gothy. I've got my lovely pink Vivienne Westwood earrings in. I love Vivienne Westwood. It is my favorite brand of all time. The jewelry, because that's, you know, that's pretty much all I can wear, because skinny sizes. So yes, so let me know where you're coming in from. I do have my coffees. I've got one sat over there waiting, and I've got this one here. So this is just an ordinary instant coffee. I can't even remember what the brand was, but just thank you, my darling. They're quite funky, aren't they? I did like, because they're the bright pink, baby pink with a pearl, so it gives me that drop, which gives me that sort of dramatic swooshy effect, which I really like. So yeah, my favorite, oh my god, they're my favorite brand of all time, ever. Like seriously bonkers. I love them. I just wish I could afford them, you know what I mean, because they're not cheap. But anyway, so what is, I tell you what, we'll ask that question then. Of all brands of well, not just say jewelry, but all brands, what is your favorite brand? You're having your last tea before you move on to coffee, really? You're hyped up, but as soon as your live is off, I'm going outside and planting something in your garden. Oh, Nanette, what are you planting? Anything nice? We're doing a lot of garden stuff at the moment. I say we. Rufus is doing a lot of garden stuff at the moment. He's doing a lot of planting of vegetables and herbs. So we've got tomatoes, we've got some new strawberry plants, which I love. We bought a new blueberry bush, so we've got 2 now. Kirsty's here. Good morning, Kirsty, my darling. Just remember you're here as you, not on the Kitchen Witch account. Patricia, hope you've all had a good bank holiday. It doesn't make a difference to me, really. You bought a strawberry plant because of him. Oh, Major. Oh, that's really good. He's bought some new tomato plants that apparently don't droop. They go up on runners or something. So we've got that to do. There's all sorts. We've got in the kitchen being looked after because it's a bit too cold to go outside. We've got some cucumber plants that are really cool. So they go out of an evening and they kind of sit outside just before it gets cold, and then they come back in. So the bees and the flies and whatever can pollinate them, and then they come back in. So yeah, it's too early for them to go out yet. Oh, just loads. Oh, you got some tomato plants as well, Nanette. Good. And I like hibiscus. I think it's a lovely plant. I bought another couple of rosemary because mine died last year over the winter. He just killed them off. I've had one of those rosemary plants for about 5 years, and it's been absolutely grand. And for some reason, I don't even think it was particularly cold, but for some reason it just went and it just died. It was awful. I was like, no, you know when you're mourning, and like, you know, when you've had a plant and you've nursed it for a long time and you've got it through the winters and you've got it through everything else, and then all of a sudden it's like spring comes and everything else is showing those little green bits, and that one rosemary bush was just like, no, I'm not coming back, I've had enough. Oh my god. Kirsty, you're troll free today with no appointments. Yay, isn't this weather awesome? I don't know because I'm inside, but yeah, no, it's quite nice. It's quite nice. I have to be super careful, obviously, because of skin cancer. I don't want another cancer scare on top of what I'm going through at the moment. But yeah, good morning, Kirsty. And Patricia says, Nanette, Patricia, I got your message. I'm going to try. We need to pop to Kirsty's, which is over the Solent, over the Channel, and across the Irish Sea. So it's not that far from where you are, ish. I mean, it is actually, but you know what I mean. It's not that far, so I'm going to try and ask the lovely husband if he's free either over the weekend or early part of next week, if we can go on a road trip basically and do a big circuit route. So I'll let you know once I know what we're able to do. He's not been well this week. His asthma's really playing him up. For the channel members, I did put a video up on the Buy Me a Coffee yesterday, exclusive to the Buy Me a Coffee. In fact, let me just, if you don't know what I'm talking about, the Buy Me a Coffee is our channel memberships. So over across on buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic is our brand new channel memberships. And over there, there's exclusive content and other bits and pieces. And one of the videos that I put up yesterday was basically a catch-all about our health, about where both of us are, what's going on with my surgeries, a little behind the scenes sneaky peeky on the legal side of things, all of that. So yes, your peonies you planted 2 years ago are coming on nicely. You love peonies, they're your favorite. Ah, that's nice. It's cloudy where you are. Oh god. Very warm where Patricia is. That's good. Kirsty, all major, that's not good. I'm hoping to get out and do some gardening today for the first time in a week because of how frigging cold it's been. It has been cold, hasn't it? It's not just me. I was like, I said to Rufus the other day, I said, are you cold? He goes, no. But he doesn't get cold. Like, he doesn't get hungry. He doesn't get cold. So he can get up and just go all day and all night and not be hungry. And whereas I'm like, oh, it's starving. Whereas other times I'll be sat here like with a blanket on the other day going, I'm really chilly. He's like, do you want to put the heating on? I was like, no, because if you're not cold, you'll end up sweating. And it's like, it's easier for me to put a blanket on me than it is for you to put the fan on and have you cold. And you know, it's much easier for me just to get warm. So yeah, so it's been a really hectic, I would say it's been a hectic week, but I don't think I've done anything. I've done some filming, I've done some editing, I've done some more editing, I've done some shopping online. Oopsie. And yeah, that's about it. I literally haven't done anything else because again, we can't really do a lot at the moment. We're in this holding pattern because we daren't go out and get, if I get COVID, it will just destroy the next round of the cancer treatment would be stopped because I have to be 6 weeks clear of COVID. So everything at the moment is just like we're just virtually locked down. It's ridiculous. But you know, hey ho. Oh, thank you, Patricia. You love the lacy top. It looks great. Thank you. I tend to put it over a red vest top because it's quite impactful then. It's quite like, oh, red and black. But yeah, can we give Lisa a thumbs up? Yeah, if you haven't done already, please do give us a thumbs up. My hair's looking on fleek today. Oh, look at you on fleek. Okay. I can't do the tongue pop. I can't do that. What all the drag queens do, I can't do that. All the young baby gays on TikTok and all that, I can't do that. No, I don't know how they do it. It's not, I've never been able to do that. It's like whatever they do with that, you know, they do that and it does that like that, and they go like that. I can't do that either. I don't know what it is. I don't know where you're supposed to put your fingers. It's like, but with my rings, it kind of makes a noise. Kirsty's hoping for a good crop of strawberries this year, and you've got loads of flowers coming through. Yay! So excited. We've got loads coming through on ours already as well. And our blueberry bush, we've potted it up to a bigger pot this year. So because we've had it, I think I got it about 3 or 4 years ago. So it's now gone into a much bigger pot, and that is looking awesome. There are so many. There's been so many flowers on that, so that's going to be great. So we've just bought a load of green netting stuff to put over them all, so that when the berries and the things do come on, that we're not going to lose them all to the birds, because that's what we used to do. We used to lose a lot of them to the birds year in, year out. Morning to Holland. Blue Chalice Arts there in the chat. If you don't know what Blue Chalice Arts is, go and have a little look on Etsy. I was wearing those moondrop earrings the other day, Holland. They are so cool. I love them. Thank you so much for sending me those over. But yeah, go and check out Blue Chalice Arts. It is a witchy shop. Talking of which, mine and Kirsty's witchy shop will be coming back at some point once my cancer journey's done. And Kirsty will be doing something separate with some of her candles and wax melts and things in the interim, basically. Although I am still designing stuff, I've still got some plans. I've bought some bits and pieces that are quite interesting for witchy things. So yeah, there's a few bits and pieces happening still in the background. We just can't do much at the moment. You've got loads of flowers on your rosemary plants. Oh, well done, Ed. The major says, hang on, that one there. The major, oh gosh, where is it? The major says, is that what happens with strawberry plants then? Do I need to look for flowers? I have a plant, but no idea. Yeah, what you'll find is that there'll be little baby flowers come up, and then they will sort of slowly wither off. And then where the baby flowers are, that's where you get your strawberries. Now, it is quite early at the moment to be getting flowers on the strawberries. So, and again, it depends on the variety. So if you've got a slightly later blooming variety, or you've got one that's only just gone out, it may be that your strawberry flowers, blossoms will come a little bit later. Don't panic too much, it will come. You've got tattoo. I thought you said you've got tattoos as well. I was like, oh, tattoo sprouting and ready for potting on, but need to get some more large pots first. Yeah, we've just been given a load of big pots from our neighbour next door, so that was really lovely. And we were like, oh yeah, we'll have those. Nanette planted strawberry plants last year, and they came back this year and you have a few flowers on them. That's good. Well, you're in the States, so it's bound to be a lot warmer for you. It hadn't had flowers on for about 9 years. What, your rosemary? Wow, that's really cool. You're going to keep an eye on your strawberry plant then? Absolutely. They're so pretty when they're in flower. I love rosemary. It's one of my favorite. Rosemary and lavender. I'm really lucky. All of my lavenders come back up, and we bought a new one this year. Every year we buy another one to add to the collection. So yeah, that one's come up. Sophie, greetings from the Netherlands. Are you over there? Are you doing a driving thing? Sophie is an esports star. Yeah, Sophie is an esports star. She does internet driving. That's driving. You can tell I didn't do my test, can't you? That's driving. That's what that is. So yeah, Kirsty and her other half are big esports stars. They really are. I know. Look at us as this gardener's corner. I know, right? I feel like Percy throw up. But yeah, Sophie, hello, my darling. I hope you are. I don't know why I keep looking over there. The camera's here. But yeah, I hope you're doing really well. Oh, talking about the camera being here, I've just realised it's not plugged in. Let me just plug it in before the battery dies. Hang on, everyone. Sorry for my hands. There you go. Blue Trellis Arts, your herb garden is dead. Yeah, ADHD brain, out of sight, out of mind. Absolutely, yes. Absolutely. That's what happens, unfortunately. That's why most of our plants died off last year as well. Most of my herbs, because it was over the summer, I was just like with dealing with the COVID and everything else that we were dealing with last year. It just wasn't a thing. It just wasn't a big priority. And then of course we just, I don't know, my head just went up my bum really. But anyway, Sophie, you're just visiting the girlfriend. Oh, fantastic. How is she? I hope she's well. I thought she was living with you. Oh, we need a catch up. We really do, my love. How's your grandmother, Ed? Yeah, how's Omar? Hope she's feeling better. Absolutely, Patricia. Thank you for that. Kirsty says you've inherited a very large lavender, which you think you'll be able to split into at least 3 pots in the winter. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Yay, that's very, very cool. She's still in hospital for another week. Thanks for asking, Patricia. I hope she's doing really, really well. I really do. I hope she's doing well. Nanette's got 2 lavender plants. We've got 1, 2, 3. We got 4 now. We did lose a couple of years back. We had a really cold, wet winter here, and they just weren't hardy enough to get through. So yeah, that was a little bit interesting. But online racing and looking to be racing in real life soon. Also going to Silverstone for the first 3rd time in 3 months with a bit more practice. Wow, Sophie, I am insanely jealous. That. Oh my God, you're doing so, I'm so proud of you. You're doing so bloody well. That's amazing, hun. That is absolutely amazing. Yeah, Patricia, I agree. Tell Ed, tell your Omar to rest and take things slowly. Holland says you're going to try again this year and just get 1 lavender plant and keep it inside where you can see it. That's not a bad idea. If you've got a nice windowsill, you can put it on so it gets a bit of sun. That's not a bad idea, you know. Or just put it out by the front door. Or if you sit out in the garden, you know, do it there. Or just get Brian to water it. That's my trick, you see. Now Rufus is into gardening, I know that everything's going to get watered. So let me just put this down a little bit. There we go. I know Rufus is gonna oh, hang on, I don't know what I've just done there. There we go. I know Rufus is going to water it, so because he's going watering his seeds, it's really good. So yeah, so it means I don't have to worry too much about things like that. Next time you're back home, we need a coffee meet up. Absolutely. Well, you know me, love. You know me and me coffees. I am quite happy. Coffee anytime, any day or night. That's a ADHD song going through my head, and I can't remember what the words are. But anyway, what time is it? It is 11:25, and we haven't even talked about what the makeup is, and what I'm going to be doing on my face. So yes, let's. I'm going to swig some coffee. So what is what was I going to say? Have you all voted? That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, what is you voting? No, I don't want to know who you're voting for, but make sure you get out and vote today, because, you know, all I'm going to say is one lot had parties over lockdown and Christmas, and the rest of them didn't. So, you know, whilst we weren't able to go out or do anything, other people were going for birthday cake and having a lovely, lovely time. So that's all I'm going to say, not getting political. Vicky Simkis, you love my hair. Thank you, darling. Darling, I know, right? I had it all cut off because of the cancer treatment that I've got coming. I am quite precious about my hair, and I really liked it long, and I loved being able to stick it up and do all the things with it. But it's already starting to thin, so we're doing that with the alopecia. So we're looking into all of that separately at the moment. But it was like, right, if it's going to be more manageable to chop it all, and it's going to be easier if it starts going because of the treatment. It's going to be easier to be aware of that if it's shorter. Plus also, if I do end up having to wear a wig, it's going to be easier if it's shorter hair underneath. So all of that. So there were lots of things involved in it. But yes, then I went to my lovely hairdresser who is in Brighouse. If anybody's local to Yorkshire, there was a little tiny hairdresser called Hair by Craig Simon in Brighouse. I have known Craig for donkey's years, absolutely donkey's years. He used to be a professional dancer. He's absolutely amazing, and yeah, and he's done my hair for years. And over lockdown we couldn't get to go, and then I went in and just went, right, chop it. I want some sort of asymmetric bob. I'm not sure what, but I want it short on one side, longer on the other, and that's what he did for me. So yeah, absolutely amazing. But thank you so much. Bugger, that reminds me to do that, which now I've moved is so much more difficult to vote. I've got to literally just cross the road. Oh my god, how are you going to manage crossing the road, Kirsty? Be careful crossing the road. We know what happened to Rufus's dad, so just be careful crossing the road. Donnie just has a silly mare to vote for. Oh, that's good then. Nanette, yeah, it's voting time in the UK, Nanette. It's some parts in the UK that are voting. Yeah, I think it's the local council elections or something. I can't remember. I forget. But anyway, we don't do politics here very often. So let's talk about something else. Hang on. Oh God. If you can hear the dogs, it's because they've got some pig ears now. So they've been out playing all morning. Running around like idiots, which is always quite fun. So I've been out in the garden a little bit earlier, just kind of kicking the ball around for Eddie, who decides to eat his ball. That sounds wrong, but you know what I mean. He's got like little tennis ball throwy balls, and then he had one of these foam balls, and so he was playing football with that. Decided to chew it, so we gave him, he's got 3, so he had his second one, chewed that, so we took that off him, and then he got a ball, like an inflatable ball, burst that. So he really likes playing football, but we need to get him one of those big tennis balls, you know what I mean, the firm but big but not really poppable balls. That's what we need to get him, one of them. But yeah, he's a little bugger at the moment. He really is, even though he's asleep at the moment. And he looks so cute. He looks so cute. Anyway, let's talk about some makeup. So, as the title says, we are doing Pastel Goth today. So, if you don't know what Pastel Goth is basically what it says on the tin. It is a goth look, but it is very pastel coloured. So, there will be some black eyeliner. There will be some big old funky eyelashes going on as well. But the actual eyeshadow look and a lot of the colours stays very, very on the pastel palettes. Now, I have got some brighter colours, so we could go for Rainbow Goth if you would prefer to do that. But either way, that's what we're going to be doing today. So either pastel or Rainbow Goth. Wow, Holland, that is amazing. That is amazing. You are registered with Doncaster Council as Captain Holland Morale, which is your protest against MOOCs not being available. That's bonkers. It's available in Bradford because we got Bradford Council to change it when we were doing transmission. So that was amazing. I mean, it's, you know, believe it or not, it was one of the few things that we did. It was really good. But yeah, so that was cool. But Captain's that's really funky. I like that. Patricia, your dog always strips the yellow cover off his tennis balls. Yeah, I bet. You didn't go to vote when you voted. We have it sent to our home because you qualify because you're disabled, and your grandma qualifies because she's over 65. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Kirsty, have fun with the makeup. Need to get back. Sorry, Sophie. Need to get back to work. Catch up with you soon. Yeah, absolutely, my darling. Have a lovely, lovely day. And yeah, have fun. Have fun in the Netherlands. No, the Netherlands. I'm not sure. Is that Denmark? I always get confused as to which one's which. But yeah, have fun. And like when you're back, holler me, and we'll definitely go for a coffee or something. Absolutely, Kirsty. You love that. I love that too, Holland. I think that was really cool. I think that's amazing. Yeah, bye, Soph. Lovely of you to pop in, as Kirsty says. Absolutely, my darling. It's lovely to hear from you. I'm glad you're doing well. Sometimes I miss our group check-ins. I really do. So I'm really glad you're well. I don't see you on the PlayStation anymore, so we can't kind of do the whole "oh yeah, you're right, oh yeah, you're right, oh yeah." So I can't do a check-in on the PlayStation. So I remember when we were doing the Call of Duty stuff, and there'd be like 3 or 4 people checking in at the same time. But we can't do those group check-ins now because you're never online, or because I don't play Call of Duty. And when I go on PlayStation, I generally go on and watch YouTube. So that's, you know, kind of it really. What colours are we going to pick from? Right, let me show you what we've got actually, because we have all the colours. When I say all the colours, I literally mean we have all the colours. So let's get the table. If you look on the YouTube, no, if you look on the Instagram, then you will see what we've got to play with. But I'll finish my coffee, then we'll get going. Shall I get you a pirate hat, Holland? Oh my God, Holland, please tell me you go with an eye patch, a fake parrot, a captain's hook, and a captain's hat. Please tell me you go to vote looking like Jack Sparrow. You've already got one. Yep. Is it a brown leather one by any chance? Because I can see you having the brown leather tri-corner hat. That sort of steampunk pirate look. I can see you rocking that so completely. That would be awesome. By the way, talking about Jack Sparrow, are you all following the case? Are you all following the Johnny Depp case? Oh my God. I recently watched a like behind the actor's studio type thing interview that he was doing, talking about the creativity of madness. And it was fascinating, where he's talking about his own mental health and talking about how it's led into his love of acting and all of that. He is so acutely intelligent and self-aware. Absolutely amazing. And how he comes across on the stand when he was being you know, cross-examined and things is exactly how he was on this interview. So I was like, oh, okay, I've got a newfound respect for Johnny Depp. But yeah, bizarrely. Anyway, right, let me finish my coffee and we'll crack on with some makeup because I've got a lot of palettes. And also, I do have to go and vote today, and we're going out to the post office, and we're going to do something else today as well. I can't remember what else we're doing. Oh, we're dropping some sauerkraut down at a friend's, as you do. Anyway, let me slurp. Bear with. I'll tell you what. While I do, because I need to finish this one and pour my other coffee into this cup. Otherwise, it's not going to stay warm. So I will hit this button. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Hi, this is Lisa. You're watching Beyond Authentic Health and Beauty. Don't forget, if you haven't already, hit that like button. It really helps us out with YouTube's algorithm. And then hit that subscribe button and make sure you have dinged your bell and changed your settings to all. That way YouTube should notify you each and every time we upload a video. But if you'd like to support us in this channel just a little bit more, you can always go across to buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic, where you can, in fact, buy us a coffee. That's also where full details of our brand new Coffee Club Crew memberships are, including exclusive members only content. Thank you so much to those of you who are choosing to support us. Absolutely. Thank you ever so much for those of you who do support us over there at buymeacoffee.com. Kirsty's just popping out to peg the washing out and free energy and all that. But I will still be listening if I go quiet on the chat. Okay, my darling. So then, Patricia's never gone for pastels because it washes you out. I've got a trick, you see. You do pastels, but you also then do black. So, what have we got? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 main palettes, right? But 8 main palettes. But don't worry, because we're not going to vote like 1 to 8. We're gonna do this a little bit more sensibly today. So the palettes that I am looking at today are, we've got obviously the Beauty Bay Pastels palette. So this one is $9.95 on beautybay.com. It's a nice palette. It's got, as you can see, 8 colors. It's decently pigmented. Let's show you a couple of swatches. So there's 3 of the colors. So I don't know whether that's going to pick up on camera. Yeah, it should do. Yeah, look at that. So decent enough color payoff, decent formula, decent palette. There's no shimmers in there, but I do have 2 separate shimmer palettes to go through if we end up using a matte only palette. So there's that one. I've got the small Flower Power palette by BH Cosmetics. That's what it looks like, and that's what the pans are like. They're tiny mini pans, and this is more on the purpley pinky sort of color story shade, if you like, on the color story. So again, we'll do a little swatch. Now this is really hard because my fingers are too big really for the pans, but I'll show you what these ones look like. So there, and there. You can see a lot more vibrant than the pastels one. I've got the Mini Jawbreaker by Jeffree Star Cosmetics, JSC. So again, we've got there's a pink, a purple, and then we'll do the orange soda one in this palette. So again, I'll show you what these look like. So the pink, the purple, and the orange. So there you are. You can see there's lots of bright options and fairly decent options on there as well. So that's another good, a really good palette. All of these palettes I like. I wasn't about to set myself up with a dodgy palette today. Then we've got so those are kind of right. So the Flower Power one I think was also about the £10 mark. The Jawbreaker, Mini Jawbreaker, is about 27, I think, something like that. But you can always get it on deals, and you can always get it on Depop and places. And then I've got some budget ones for you. So there's 2. Can't get into this one. Hang on. There we go. So there's 2 budget ones. We've got the MUA Makeup Academy. This one is vegan and cruelty-free, as I think the Beauty Bay one is, and the Jeffree Star one is, and the BH Cosmetics one seems to be. I can't see because I haven't got my glasses. They're in the bedroom. Yeah, so I think they are. So thanks for reminding you need to do the hoovering. How did I remind you need to do the hoovering? I don't remember. Anyway, this is the MUA Makeup Academy. It's the, oh my God, I can't read what it says on it. Floral Fantasy. There we go. Floral Fantasy palette. So again, this one isn't quite as pigmented, to be fair. It's a little bit more of a muted palette. And it's got a few more limiting color options really, but I'll show you what that one swatch is like. There's the pink. Look at that. I said it wasn't as pigmented, but yeah, it's just proven me completely wrong. Look, so that's that one there. And then the other bargain palette, or the budget palette, is the Dreamer palette by Revolution, the Relove Ocean. And this one was under £5. I think it might have been £5. And this one has the pink and that purple as well, along with a fairly vibrant yellow. So again, that's the color story there. So you can see there's sort of, that's right on my elbow. You can see there's quite a few color options. I also have the, if we wanted to go down a single color option, we've got the sweet pinks and the violets by the Juvia's Place. Now, interestingly, if you are on this channel, if you watch this regularly, you may have seen the 1500 subscriber video that we did. We did a big giveaway. There was a Slimming World giveaway and a makeup giveaway. Now, neither of those giveaways have been claimed. So what me and Rufus are going to do, we're going to do an update video, and we're going to redo the giveaway. So if you haven't yet gone for that, stay tuned to this channel, because we're going to redo it, because neither person has contacted us. We've reached out to both of them and they haven't got in touch. So it's been a couple of weeks, so we're going to redo that entire thing. So theoretically, hopefully, that should be that'll be coming up over the weekend on this channel. So stay tuned for that, because we will do that. And the reason I was thinking that is because the Sweet Pinks palette is in that giveaway. So yeah, do stay tuned, because we are gonna re-pull it. So you do stand another chance. Absolutely, Neat. Absolutely stand another chance. So if we wanted to just go for like a pink and purple look, we can use the Juvia's Place. But then if for some reason you wanted to go down the bright rainbow sort of more rainbow goth palette, then I do have the Revolution Forever Flawless Bird of Paradise palette. And this is quite a decent palette as well. Again, we'll do the pink and the purple, and we'll do that baby blue. So for pastel goths, I'll tell you what, we'll put that there like that. There you go. So that's what that one looks like. So these are all quite pigmented. These are all quite good. You're watching it on the telly, so you can see the colors and applications better. Thank you, Patricia. That's lovely. So yeah, you can see all of these are fairly pigmented. The only one that is really super, like, a bit chalky is the Pastels palette by Beauty Bay, but that's fine. We can work with all of these different options. It's not a problem. And again, once again, I've just realized that I'm just gonna have to get some wipes. We're gonna have to get some wipes. Hang on a second. I was about to say, I've just realized that my makeup removing pads are all, there's actually in the kitchen, believe it or not, because I'd washed them, but here we go. Instead of that, I've just got some makeup wipes. So yeah, and I'm wearing my yoga pants that are in the blue and pink and purple colors just while I'm doing this. And then I'm probably going to end up putting either a short black skirt on or something. But anyway, so those are all the different color options, right? So they all swatch really, really nicely. Your Cricut arrived last week, but it didn't work. Oh no. Cricut customer service decided to send you a brand new one, even though you bought it secondhand. Oh, fabulous, Holland. That's amazing. That is amazing. Wow. Oh, I need to buy a Cricut then. I keep thinking about that. You know, what I might have to do is send you some designs across that you could do for me. That's what I probably need to do. But yeah, anyway, if you're up for that. Anyway, right. That is all the makeup wiped off my arms. So we've got those. I've also got the, if we wanted to go down the purple route, I've got the Blue Blood palette, because that's got a few purples in it and a couple of pinkies. And then for shimmers, because a lot of these palettes don't have a lot of shimmers in, depending on what we ended up with, I've got the, oh, crumbly now, the Fenty Galaxy palette. So that's the Fenty Beauty one. You can see why I don't use it in a lot of looks, because it is very, very pastel-y. But again, it's pretty. It's just not, I have to be doing a more pastel look. And then once again, I think I bring this one out every week. We've got the Violet Voss Macaron shimmers as well. So depending on what we end up with, and depending on what colors we end up with, will depend on what I do. So I guess the first thing we need to decide as a unit, as a community, is, are we going to go pastel, or brights. So either way, I am happy. You know I love my brights, but this is a pastel goth in theory look. But I am quite happy to upgrade to the brights if that's what people like, especially because look at the colour payoff. They are stunning, these colours. And again, I've got to say, if you haven't tried Revolution, I'm not the biggest fan of a lot of their newer releases, but the tin palettes, the Forever Flawless palettes, I don't think I've had one of their palettes that has failed. There's been some muted colour stories that I haven't really gone, wow. But everything that I've generally tried, if I like the colour story, then the formulas in these tin palettes have been okay. They've been pretty good, to be fair. I wouldn't recommend trying the I Love Revolution, the I Heart Revolution stuff, and I wouldn't recommend randomly trying a lot of their collabs because a lot of them are sold on packaging, not on the products. But their tin palettes I do still really like. I do rate. So then let's go. Oh, hang on a second. Nanette ordered the Lanolips 101 ointment. I haven't tried that. I've heard good things about Lanolips. The multi-purpose super balm strawberry, I don't know what that is, the Nomad eyeshadow palette, and Juvia's Place the Warrior 3 palette. I'm not sure which one the Warrior 3 is. The Nomad palette's lovely. I've got that down there. It's one that I use all the time. It's a really lovely sort of yellow and olivey palette. Right, so then let's vote on what we are going to do today. So we've got brights or some version of pastels. Now there are some bright pinks in here, so we could go for like the bright colors, or we could go down the pastel route. So it is down to all of you on the live stream. So what would you prefer that we try out today as a group? If you would like me to do a pastel look, then oh, well, I don't know quite what's happening. My oh, there we go. Ness is here. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Ness, my darling. I hope you are well. Right, so Ness, we're just voting, my darling. So the first vote is, do we go down the pastel route? And I've got lots of different pastel palettes, but I'll just show you. So there's pastels, or do we go down brights? I've got a couple of palettes that would consider brights. So pastels or brights, say whatever you would like to say in the chat now. Wow, so we've got pastels, brights says Holland, pastels says Patricia. So we've got 1, 2, oh, Jess says bright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 for bright, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 for pastels. Oh, right, so we got 4 for brights and 4 for pastels. If you are here live, if you are here live and you haven't yet voted, please put it in the comment section now. We've got 12 or 13 of you on the live, so there's a few that haven't voted. So you will have the deciding vote, brights or pastels. So just put that in the chat if you haven't done already. Good morning to Jess Ryan, by the way. I hope you're okay, my darling. How are you and Ashley doing, my love? Let us know. So we've got a tie break at the moment, brights or pastels. These are going to end up on my face. It is down to everybody in the chat. So if you are watching this live and you haven't yet voted, please give us a deciding vote. Otherwise, I will toss a coin, because I'm happy doing either. I kind of, right, if nobody else chooses, then I will choose pastels, because that's what the name of it was. Even though I like my brights. Maybe I should go bright. Oh, I don't know. Right, I tell you what, we'll toss a coin. So I'll give you another couple of seconds, everybody. If you're here on the live and you haven't yet voted, please please say down in the chat whether we go bright or whether we go pastels. They're literally, oh, in fact, Kirsty's not said. Kirsty, run back in, Kirsty. Brights or pastels? Brights or pastels? Someone, there's 14 now. We got 14. So if you are watching this on the live stream, what we end up with on my face is down to a vote, okay? And that is down to all of you. Now, at the moment, we've got a tie break between pastel colours and bright colours. So if you are watching this, please put in the chat bright or pastel if you're watching this on the live stream, to break the duck, because at the moment they are tied. And if we don't, I'll give it another few seconds, and if we don't get anybody else deciding and a deciding vote down below, then I will toss a coin. That means finding a coin, which might be a bit of a pain in the bum. I am watching avidly for a comment, but I don't think we're gonna break the deadlock. So let me just have a little look. See, I'll find a coin. Hang on, find me shrapnel bag. I've got my little shrapnel bag. I've got my little pagan shrapnel bag with my pentagram on it. So this is one that I picked up at a camp a long time ago. The Major says pastel. I know you do. Well, you've already voted, Major. So I'm going to get a coin. Here we go. I've got one of my lucky £2 coins, and I'm going to toss the coin. Renata. Oh, Renata. Good morning. Right, Renata. Without knowing what you're voting for, right? We're doing a look. So, Renata, I need you to say whether you would prefer us to do today. We're doing a pastel or rainbow goth look. So, would you prefer pastels or brights? It's not just these two palettes. There's other palettes. So, pastel or brights. What would you prefer, Renata? You've got the deciding vote, my darling. The deciding vote. So, what would you prefer? Brights, pastels, brights, pastels. We'll wait for Renata to vote. And Renata doesn't know whether there's a preference or anything else. It is straight down the line. At the moment, we've got a 50-50 split on the votes, Renata. So it is all down to you, my sweet. All down to you. Good morning, by the way. I hope you're doing really, really, really well. I hope you had... That's the post coming through. Kirsty said brights. Okay, Renata said brights as well. So brights have won it. There we go. Brights have won. So then, so when we're talking about brights, we are looking at the Revolution Birds of Paradise palette. We are looking at the Jeffree Star mini breaker, and I do have the jawbreaker there as well if we need that. I do think then that will exclude the Sweet Pinks palette, although there is a really neon pink just there in the center, and the Violets palette. There is also a really nice deep purple color there as well. Oh, there's a few deep purples. So yeah, so maybe we'll keep those as an option as well. So first of all, let's get rid of all of the other palettes that aren't a option today. So I don't know whether you know, behind this, well, you won't know, but behind the scenes, this is what I stick all my makeup in when I'm coming to do the Thursdays. This is what it all ends up in. It's a Kuromi bag from a little while back in the day, a little kawaii bag. So it's kind of like Japanese theme, and it's like black, but it's got pink inside. So it's kind of the epitome of, you know, pastel goth sort of look. Right then, so what we're going to do then, we're going for a more bright pastel goth, so a bright look, a rainbow goth look, which is absolutely grand. I haven't said what palette yet. We're going to option them. People are saying the Revolution palette. Okay, well we'll use that then as the main palette. So we'll stick to the Revolution one. I think it is still available on their website. I haven't looked, to be fair, recently. I haven't been on Revolution's website in a while, but the last time I looked, it was still available. I don't know whether one of you that is on and able to do a quick little a little internety searchy thing is able to just double check whether it is still available. It should be, or yeah, no, it should still be available. I think you were going to vote Mini Breaker. I know, right? I know. Well, we're gonna dip into this. I tell you what, no, go on. We will put it to a vote. We will put it to a vote then. So bear in mind that either way, the pastel goth tends to be or even the rainbow goth will tend to be the pink and purples, the blues, like even that orange we can use. So all of those sort of colors, right? So the JSC Mini Breaker, like that one, or the Revolution Birds of Paradise. So we'll put it to the vote then. Whatever you would like to, oh gosh, whatever. You got some Q10 from Aldi the other week. That's fantastic. I really like it. I like the Q10. It's a good moisturizer, Ed. So then, that's what we're going to do right now. So if you are here on the live stream, it's a 50-50 choice between Revolution or JSC. That's all you got to put in the chat. Revolution or JSC. Let's have a look then. Let's have a look at what people are opting for. So we've got, oh, it is still available on Revolution. £12 on Superdrugs. Yay. It's really nice, Ed. Yeah, it is. The Q10 is really nice. Did you get the serum or did you get the moisturizer pot like this one, the day cream? It's good. It's also got an SPF in it, which I quite like, SPF 20. So it's not the best SPF in the world, but if you just got this and you put a little bit of the spray SPF on as well, I think it works. Right, okay, most people are saying, oh, hang on, no, they're not. We've got a split again. Let's have a look. So we've got 1, 2, 3 for Revolution, 1, 2, 3 for JSC. Okay, so if you're here on the live, we've got another split, so we need a couple more people to say Revolution or JSC. What's the difference between JSC and Revolution? So JSC is Jeffree Star Cosmetics. So the mini breaker palette, I think when it first came out was £27 for a £9 palette. This is made in California. It's part of the Jeffree Star collections, and Jeffree Star is somebody who is personally seen as quite problematic within the beauty world. However, the formulas are fantastic. It is a very, very highly pigmented palette, and yeah, it's a good makeup brand, even if you don't like the person. Right, Patricia said Revolution, so we're going with Revolution. Revolution is a budget brand, often seen as a dupe brand. So they do a lot of dupes. They do a lot of sort of copies. They do a lot of palettes inspired by, or at least they used to. Now they're going in with a lot of collaborations. But Makeup Revolution has, within the Revolution brand, you've got Revolution, you've got Revolution Pro, you've got We Love Revolution, which is the new budget brand. Everything's under a £5. You've got I Heart Revolution, which is aimed at a younger audience, and you've got Makeup Obsession, and they've now got a skincare range, or Revolution Skin or Revolution Skincare, and they've now got Revolution Men, which is a skincare range for men, because you know men need different skincare. Just a way of selling more shit to more people, basically. So Revolution is a huge brand now. A lot of their stuff is made in China. A lot of their stuff is, most of their stuff is vegan and cruelty free. All of Jeffree Star's stuff is vegan and cruelty free. So yeah, that's mainly the different ones. The day cream seems to react a little bit. Really? I mean, it could just be your skin sort of reacting, but just put it on sparingly then. And if it does kind of cause any redness, then maybe stop using it. I don't know. I've never known that. I've never known that personally with me or with Rufus to have any reaction. But yeah, if it goes bright red, if your face reacts really badly, just put a tiny amount on, because it could be you're using too much. But just put a tiny amount on, and yeah, just go really gentle with it, I guess. But anyway, right, we're going to use the Revolution Birds of Paradise palette, because that one, as Renata said, that got 5 votes, so it got more than the JSC one. So this is what we're going to go with today. Now I've got my brushes ready, so I'm just going to fold my brush palette back so I can stand it up. Hang on. There we go. Click that in. And where can I put that? There's stuff. I've got so much makeup on a Thursday on my desk. It's ridiculous. So we'll just pop that. Oh, I'll just stick it flat there. Right. So then, first of all, I'm going to do my eyes, my main eyeshadow first, because there is some fallout with the Revolution palette. So just be aware of that. If you're someone that doesn't like fallout, do your eyes first if that's important to you. I will be using lots of base products. I've got some different foundations to pick from a little bit later. I've got some different highlighters to pick from a little bit later, and lots of different options for mascara, lips, and eyeshadows. Oh, no, we're not gonna go down that route. Right, we're just using this palette. I was gonna say there's other options, but we're not doing that. I've decided. So we're going to use an eye primer. I'm just getting it out my Shop My Stash pot. I am filming the new Shop My Stash video this week. It's because I need to put new products in and I need to weigh everything. That's why it's not been done just yet. What other skincare are you using alongside it, Ed? It could be that they're not working together. Very good point, Ness. I don't think Ed has any other skincare. I think this is the first one that Ed's trying. But if you are using anything else, Ed, as Ness says, that's a very good point. Very, very good point. Right then, so this is just the eye elements in the shade Core. I've nearly used it all up. It's nearly gone. Just wondering if you have space in your computer room to do this session. I'm not in the computer room. I'm now in the lounge. So there's plenty of room in the lounge, but I've got a small table in front of me set up like a picnic table that I have in the lounge. Just a fold away table that I use for when I'm filming. Because that way it doesn't have to be up here all the time. So let's just whack this on. Now I do have some staining on my lids, if you notice, from a makeup that I was wearing yesterday. What palette was I wearing? Oh, it was the JSC Bloodlust yesterday. So yeah, there is a little bit of staining because I was using the pressed pigments. Now there's a big case going on at the moment. I don't know whether you've all seen this. There's actually a class action case going on with Morphe. Because a lot of their palettes in the States, the FSC says, not the FSC, the drugs, oh, excuse me, the quality people have basically said that they are not safe for eye use. And it says that they are pressed pigments, but the issue that they're having is that, like the James Charles palette, it's got some pressed pigments, and yes, they do stain. Now, to me, that's not a problem. Like, oh, I just put an eye primer over the top, and then whatever I'm using the next day covers it up. It's not an issue. But some people have some reactions to some pigments. Now, what the class action suit is basically saying is that because when James Charles launched his palette, he basically said, there are some pressed pigments in here. I really like the pressed pigments because they are more vibrant, more colourful, but they're technically not for eye use, and so technically he says I've got to say that they are, you know, they're not for that. And then he goes on to say, but this is how you use it, and he smothers his face in them. So some people had reactions, and some people then therefore are suing in a class action case. Now my opinion on that is people have reactions to everything. I've had reactions to stuff and gone, oh, I won't be using that again then, because all of our skin is different. And when it comes down to the FSC ruling, I'm sure it's the FSC, but when it comes down to the ruling on makeup, it's like if it's not eye safe, it's because it stains. It doesn't mean that it's going to cause like boils and things. So for me, a bit of staining is fine. As I say, I cover it up, put an eye primer on, it's all good, we're good to go. But for other people, that reaction can be more intense. Now that's going to be the same depending on whatever you're using. If you are using a, you know, an astringent cleanser, some people, their face afterwards will go bright red, have huge reactions. Other people will use that same product and it will just be like an everyday, like a very soft wash. Whereas for others, it's like stripping layers and layers and layers of skin, because everybody is different. Now, I do think that there is a case to say a lot of pressed pigments, people will say this is not for eye use. You know, there is a risk of staining and some reactions. Now, if people say that, then that's a different thing. What James was saying and Morphe was saying was basically, look, it's fine, just use it anyway. Now I've got the JSC palette. I use it probably at least twice a week on a regular basis because it just sits next to me because it's got all of the colors in that I might use. And I like it, and it's a good palette. I don't respect or like James Charles, but I like the formula on that particular palette. I think it's the best one of the Morphe palettes that I've ever tried. And yeah, it does cause some staining. Now, I'm lucky enough not to have had a reaction with that palette. I'm lucky enough to never had an eyeshadow reaction badly, but I know other people have. So again, bear all of that in mind when you are using makeup, is that you can still get a reaction. And if you've got some makeup that you've used in the past, you can still get a reaction afterwards. Double check everything, because just because you've used a product once or like a year ago doesn't mean that that product is not going to cause a reaction now. If that makes sense, because our skin changes, and as our skin changes throughout the year and as we age, different things affect it. And certainly as we get older, our skin, especially our skin around our eyes, gets a lot thinner. And if it's thinner, it's a lot more absorbent, and it can absorb a lot of other stuff, which is why eye creams and things work really well. But it can also mean that if you are somebody who is just on that cusp of sensitivity, as we age, it might just tip you over into that sensitivity. So just be careful of all of that. Anyway, all of that being said, let's whack on some colour. So traditionally, pastel goth, or even sort of the bright fairy goth, is very much around the pinks, the purples, and the baby blues. Now, we've got lots of those options on this palette. So I think we're going to just go with that. Now, I would say I'll put it to a vote, but there's not a lot of choice, not a lot of reason really putting a vote on for whether we're going pinks and purples and blues, because that's pretty much the only colours that will work doing this particular look. So that's what we're going to use today. So I'm going to start off with the, oh god, I can't read what that says. It says vacay. It's this bright pink shade right here. Now, oh no, I'm not. Back up, error, Will Robinson. Danger, we're using the white. We're going to set the eye primer in the inner corner with a white first, okay? Now, again, another reason for putting the camera further back is that you can actually, now I can hold the mirror and I'm not covering up my face. So hopefully you can still see what I'm doing. Let me know, by the way, if this is too far away, because I can adjust that. So yeah, just let me know. Right then, I'm gonna put the white on the inner corner. This is using a Spectrum BO6 brush, but it is just a fluffy brush. E45's always worked for you, Ed, but you've run out and you can't afford it and you keep forgetting to get it. Yeah, well, let us know, because if that Q10 isn't working for you, if it does cause some reactions, I'm not sure what would be in it that might cause a reaction. It could just be you've got a super sensitive skin, to be fair, and then you do need to kind of stick to that E45 type formula. There's probably dupes for it. If you look on the internet, there are probably dupes for the E45 type cream or some other brands that aren't E45. So yeah, have a little look see at that, because you know there are always ways and means around these things. There we go. So I'm just putting the white on the inner corner, just so that as I'm adding all the other colors on, it's going to give that, it's going to highlight the inner corner. Now this is something that I've just always done. It's something that's been a part of my, I've got glitter on my lip. It's been something that's been part of my sort of routine really for the longest time. And it works if you're doing a brighter color look. Popping a white underneath as a base, or using a white or a lighter shade of eye primer will make that color pop a little bit more, because the light's hitting it and it's bouncing off that white. And I'm just adding the white up to my brow line. Now, if you notice, this isn't like the most pigmented white in the world. It's not like the cavity one from the Blood Sugar palette. It's there, but it's not like clown white. Now, this is what I want, because I'm going to take some color quite high up today. But again, that white underneath is going to help it to pop, but it's also going to help it to blend. So it's going to blend that color out. So now I'm going to use the pink. Now we're going to use the pink. And normally with the whole pastel sort of or bright goth look, you tend to stick to one or two sort of shades. And they tend to be, although we're going for the brighter look today, I'm probably only going to be using that pink, that purple, the darker, brighter purple, because you want bright, and then maybe that one there that's a mix of the two. This purple is going to be too blue. As you can see, it kind of looks almost grey on screen. It's actually a blue toned purple, so it's pulling a colder look. And when we think of brights, we think of warmer tones. So again, when you look at a palette, like this is a warmer tone blue, this is a cooler tone blue. This one's pulling slightly more green, and on camera it looks quite vibrant. In real life, it looks quite aquary. Now you can blend that out, but if you're going for a bright look, you want to stick to the warmer tone shades. And when I say warmer tone, you want the ones that are like this purple versus this purple. This purple's got more blue, this purple's got more pink. You want to go for more of the pink colors, stay away from the blue colors. So go for the redder tones and not the blue tones. It's fine on your hands and knees, but it makes your face react. Quite often the skin on our faces is a lot more sensitive and a lot more reactive to the skin on your body, which is why coffee scrubs, almond scrubs, things like that are great below the neck. Not below the waist, if you know what I mean, but below the neck, on your chest, on your elbows, on your knees, back of your knees, on your ankles, anywhere like that where you've got dry skin. A coffee scrub or a walnut shell scrub, apricot scrub, that St. Ives stuff, all of that is fine there. Personally, for me, I can't use that harsh of a physical exfoliant on my face because it causes my skin to really react. So again, if I do use any of those products, I use them sort of my neck down really. But right, let's go for the color. So we're going to add a little bit of this pink, and we're going to take it, first of all, we're just going to whack it all across the crease line and up. Okay, so we're just going to outer corner where we haven't got any of that white, and we're going to take it all the way in where we have, and we're just going to windscreen wiper it and really build that up. Again, popping back in for a bit more. So the history of the rainbow goth scene is all linked into Japan and this kawaii sort of look, which is an area of Japan. If you don't know anything about this, go and have a look. Go and do a little YouTube search after this and look for, you know, neon goth or neon bright Japan look, and you'll find eventually you'll go down the YouTube rabbit hole, and you'll find there's this area of Japan where the kids just express themselves by using these bright neon pastel colors, but they team it with like a leather trench, and then eventually this has become this whole fashion trend, and it is this amazing sort of it's just this amazing mix of like sort of anime type styling with that really sort of cutesy Hello Kitty type sort of look, but then taking it down that sort of baby doll, baby sort of pinky type look, but making it for adults. So bringing it into the alternative sphere. So having it with, you know, piercings and tattoos and, you know, leather and chains and things like that, but keeping it pink. So you'll have, you know, your traditional, when you think of a traditional punk, for instance, you might think of a mohawk hair, you know, a choker with spikes on, maybe, you know, cropped tops, lace, you know, what's it called, fishnet kind of, all of that. So all of that, but imagine all of that in shades of pastels. So lilacs and lavenders and pinks, and then a couple of pops of neon pink. And that type of look is very much down the pastel goth and the rainbow goth look. And that's transferred over to the UK, to the States. And there's a whole movement now of younger people, but also older people, like embracing this sort of really different and very sort of very artistic kind of style of makeup and style of clothing. And for me, I absolutely love all of that. I absolutely love it. I just wish I could pull it off, because obviously I am 45, not 15. But by the same token, you can always if you are older, you can always bring colour into your wardrobe or into your, you know, into your makeup. Certainly, it doesn't have to be that you are just using basics. And there is a video coming up. It should have been up last week, but I was too poorly to do the voiceover. That'll be coming up on Monday, where I do a very, very, very neutral look with just a little pop of colour. Not anything like this. It's just a little tiny pop of colour, just as a way of introducing and reintroducing colour. If you are somebody who maybe you're in your 40s or 50s or 60s even, and in your younger days you were a bit more adventurous with colour, you were a bit bolder, you took those risks, and now as you've got a little bit older, you've kind of found yourself almost falling into that pattern of, you know, very safe and very neutral makeup. And maybe you're somebody a bit like me who's kind of gone, you know, I've had a role which was very public facing and very important, very responsible, and now I don't have that role anymore. I can re-embrace my own love of outlandish colours and things like that. And you may be the same. You may be somebody who's retiring or who has changed jobs or is just kind of getting to that point where you're like, I don't want to do this corporate looking like everybody else cookie cutter thing anymore, and you want to re-embrace some colors. So yeah, that's a whole thing. That is a whole thing. The pink witch aesthetic, exactly, that's a very, very similar thing. The dusky pinks, the rose pinks, the sort of goldy pinks, all of that is very much down that route, Holland. Absolutely. Major, you've just had your invoice for Fabric Fun add-ons. Mind you, you did buy some items for your Christmas box. What? Oh, thank you, I guess. Thank you, but okay, thank you. I still don't know what Fabric Fun is. I thought they were the legging company, but I think that's something else. That's Fabletics. So I still don't quite know what it is and how it's different, but yes. But thank you. You don't have to get me anything. Right, I'm going to dip into the Adventure shade, which is this bright purple shade. And I'm going to place this all into the crease line and really deepen this up and all across my, doing neon goth, maybe not quite the look at my age, hitting 70 this year. Why not, Renata? Why not? Why not? Give it a go, give it a try, play with it, and just kind of roll with it. You gotta roll with it. You know what I mean? It's fun. I am gonna be that bitch in a nursing home going, right, where's me blue hair dye? Let's get that out. Shave me head into a mohawk. Let's, you know, put a safety pin through my nose piercing. I'm going to be that one. I am absolutely going to be that woman. I can't wait. It's you know, hopefully, it sounds so maudlin. Hopefully, I live that long with the cancer. But you know what I mean. It's going to be one of those things where no matter what happens, I'm always going to be a little bit alternative. Now, obviously, this was supposed to be more down the pastel route today, but you've all opted for brights, so that's good. We're doing the brights. I see Holland agrees. You should definitely do that. If that's what you want to do, Renata, do it. If you want to embrace your inner dominatrix, do it. If you want to embrace your inner Picasso-inspired makeup, do it. Why not? You'll get looks, and you will get looks, but you'll also get a lot of people go on, girl, you rock that look, yay. Why not? You know what I mean? I'm adding this purple onto the outer edge, by the way, just a little bit. I'm not taking that pink away because we want that pink, but I'm just adding that purple just down, and then I'm going to add a bit more of the pink, go back in with the pink, and I'm now going to go over that purple on the outer edge and really deepen up that pink now, so it becomes a lot brighter, as you can see. And I'm just realizing I'm going into my safe zone with the shape, and I don't want to do that, so I am going to wing it out, because why not wing it out? So I'm changing to a A07 brush, which is a fat, chunky sort of fat brush, as you can see, and I am going to give me a more prominent wing. So let's take that out. like so. There we go. I'm going to do the same on this side, just to really up the, hang on, let's get the angle right there, just to up the alternative factor. Renata, it's a bright day, so bright makeup is needed. Exactly, why not? It's a bit of fun, you know what I mean? It's like express yourself. It's express yourself, it's better than you think, or whatever the song is. I'm just trying to make sure that is actually even. It kind of is. So yeah, so I'm just going to take that out slightly further. I'm going to have to change the outfit now, because this top is not going to work. This pastel top is not going to work with this, so I'm going to have to put on a brighter top, but I can do that later. I'm not going to do that on camera, obviously. Right, so I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm going to dip back into that adventure shade, that purple, and I'm just going to wing that out, so it's like a two-tone wing. If you notice, I've left my mobile lid fairly empty at the moment, so I'm just going to wing that purple back out. There we go. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. A bit of a better shape. So let's do, before we go any further, what do I want to do in terms of, I think I want a bit more pink actually, but I think I know this is going to be controversial, I want more of a candy floss pink, and there isn't one in that palette. So let me just see in one. Let me just see. Right, okay, I am dipping into the pastel palette. I'm going to use the brighter pink, which is actually this one looks brighter on camera. It's a dusty pink though, a dusky pink. So I'm going to just dip a little bit of that, and I'm going to you refuse to ever just be made to stick to neutrals. You're going to grow old with bright coloured eyes. Exactly. Major, on the other hand, will be neutral. But you've stepped a little bit out of your comfort zone, Major, with some of your looks recently. We are going to do some more looks. So if you want, we can do another slightly out one. Has it? Oh, hang on. All right. Sorry, I've just realised that. Thank you, Holland. Thank you, Holland. Let me have a look on the banner. Thank you. Let me just do that then. Let me edit it. It's because I am ADHD. It's a little bit like dyslexia. I don't, once I've done something, I don't see the mistake. Neil had to point out to me, there you go, I've corrected it now, thank you. Neil had to point out to me that I was running the buy me a coffee thing on the bottom of the screen on some of the videos, and it was spelt wrong. I didn't even realise that. A bit like when you said, you used to say, you know, it was a live interactive. It wasn't interactive, it was an interactive. But yeah, that's corrected now, so thank you for that. Right, I'm just adding this like duskier pink just at the top, just to blend that out a little bit. So yeah, we are going for the whole, we're going for the look today. We are going for it. I know I said, you know, don't do me dirty, I've got to go and vote and all of these things, but we're just going to go with it now. We're just going to embrace the madness of the look. So yeah, there we go. So I'm going to add on some black liner in a second, but before I do that, I do want to add in some shimmer. So where were the shimmers? Where did I put the shimmers? How have I lost the shimmers from on there? Right, are they, did I put them back in here? No. Oh, there they are. Right, so like I said, we've got the Fenty. Oh, every time I try and get that open. So we've got the Fenty Galaxy palette. This has got sort of, there's no real pink, but there are some sort of peachy shade shimmers. So we've got that one. Or we've got the Violet Voss Macaron palette, which is this one. And again, there is a sort of pinky shade there. So this is what we're going to vote on next. So do we go with Violet Voss or Fenty? So just put a V or an F in the chat if you would like to choose. So then the Violet Voss Macaron palette, that's that one. And the Fenty Galaxy palette. Okay, so F for Fenty, V for Violet Voss. Put your vote into the What's It Now in the chat. Right, let's see what we've got. Let's see what we've. Oh no, hang on. Let's see what we've got. FFFF 1V. Everybody else 1V. So 2 people saying Violet Voss. That's Kirsty and the Major. Everybody else saying. Oh no, hang on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh gosh, we've got another tie. Right, somebody else vote. Somebody else vote. V or F. Somebody just put it in the chat. V or F. Fenty or Violet Voss. Somebody else put it in the chat. The next person that votes will basically get the deciding vote. So Fenty or Violet Voss, because we've got another tie. This is the week of tie breaks, isn't it? Let's have a look. Is anyone going to break the duck? If you are here on the live stream, please do put a vote in if you haven't already. So V for Violet Voss and F for Fenty. I'll need to use both. That's certainly an option, Renata. That is absolutely an option. But I tell you what we'll do. We'll use both. Yep. Okay. Oh, Holland broke the duck. Did Holland break the duck? 1, 2, 3. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Violet Voss. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, you're right. Thank you, Holland. So we are going with the Violet Voss palette. So the Fenty one can go back in there. So then, I'm having laptop problems at the moment, so never mind. Right then, the Violet Voss, the Macaron palette. So we're going to use that pink one because, or actually there's a purple one there as well. But no, we're going to use the pink. We're going to stay very much on the pink side of things, just because that's what the sort of, I would say the main look is. But by the way, if you're looking at this at the moment and thinking, oh my God, what the hell, just bear with, because I'm going to do my base and then we'll finish the eyes and it will all come together in the end, because it always does. So just bear that in mind. But we're going to put the pink over the mobile lid, and I'm actually placing it, if you look, almost right up into that crease line again. So almost not covering up all of the purple, but covering up a bit of the purple, and taking it all the way up. Now this is actually the first time that I have used this one in a look. I think I've only ever swatched this palette before, the Violet Voss, because it is so. Oh, Jess, you're too late, my darling. I've already gone for the Violet Voss one now. But that you would have broken the duck in the favour of Fenty, but you were just a little bit too late, my sweet. But thank you. So putting this on, basically what it's doing is it's pulling the shade, the eye look, back to the pinks and taking the emphasis off of that purple. So that's absolutely fine. So, you know, I don't mind that at all. But as you can see, it is quite a bold look, this look. But that's what we said we were going for. You all said you wanted bright, so we've gone for bright. Right then, Jess, there is a, yeah, as Kirsty said, you might be a wee bit behind, Han, and need to refresh the YouTubes, because otherwise all of the votes will be slightly late. Right then, so now we're going to move on to foundation. Okay, so we're going to move on to foundation. So again, we've got some voting options. I've got my standard foundation here, which is the Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation. Now, that's option 1. Option 2 is something which I'm not sure whether this is supposed to be a, well, it says it's a foundation. It's the Relove Revolution Super Serum. Oh shit, Super Serum. It's a hyaluronic acid foundation, it says, but it's like it's in a dropper. And I thought it was actually a lightening thing. You know, when you get your foundation, it's a bit dark, and you use that. Could you use the Fenty green liner with this look? I could do. It would put it very, very out there. I've got all sorts of liners to come on with, so I've got lots of color options here. Trust me, we'll do that. So I'm not sure. It says it's a foundation, but it is very, very runny. I have used it once before, I think, when I did the video testing on the Real Evolution, but I can't remember what I thought about it, and it was in the drawer, and I thought, oh, go on then, we'll do a foundation vote. So if you would like me to attempt to use this, put Rev in the chat. If you want me to use my Dream Radiant, which is my standard foundation, just put Dream. Okay, so Dream or Rev, Dream or Rev. Put that into the chat, and we'll do that one next. Again, it's entirely up to you. Let's have a look at what the chat is saying. Oh no, click, 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 click. Rev, Rev, Dream. Okay, so we've got 1 for Dream, 2 for Rev, 3 for Rev. Oh, you bastards. Thank you, Ness. Thank you, Nanette. Yes, thank you, my regular one. Everyone else has gone for Revolution. Right, okay. Well, it looks like we're using the Revolution one then. Okay, why do I even do this to myself? Right, that's fine. Revolution it is. So we're going to use the Revolution one. So I am going to use the Hydrate Primer by Jackie Black. Love this. Love, love, love this. Do you know, they sent me an email recently offering me a place on their Pride March down in London, because obviously I'm a brand ambassador for Jackie Black, or I did a couple of videos for them, and they offered me to go down to Pride, and I was like, I would love to, but I don't think in July, I don't think I'm going to be able to be walking that far, to be honest, and I don't think I'm going to be able to be, you know, around that many people. So yeah, it's a shame. It's a real shame. But I contacted them and just basically said what was happening with the cancer and that. So, but they are. It's just a lovely company, isn't it? But this is the Hydrate Primer. I really like this. I really like this. It's vegan and cruelty free. It's a really nice primer. I don't know what it reminds me of though. It reminds me of something a lot more high end, and I can't think. And I've gone through my drawers. If anyone's used this, let me know in the chat what they what it reminds you of, because there is another primer that I've used. I think I only got it as a sample, which means it's going to be something like, Charlotte Tilbury, darlings, have you tried? It's going to be a Charlotte Tilbury, or it's going to be it's not going to be Chantecaille, because I haven't used any Chantecaille. There's some other really stupidly expensive high end that I've tried that this reminds me of. But this I really like. Anyway, so yeah, this is the primer. I like it. It doesn't. I keep forgetting I've got these eyes on. It was, yeah. They've done it for. I think they've got 50 spaces, so they've sent an email out and reached out to all of their brand ambassadors, which I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. Like, I would love that. I would absolutely love that. But obviously at the moment it's just not something that I can do, which is a real shame. And I was like, no, I really want to, but you know, and I'm not going to get a mobility scooter and do Pride on a mobility scooter. Could you imagine? I mean, you know, if I ever have to, then I will do, but no, I'm not comfortable doing that at this stage, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, I did contact them and just say, I'm really sorry. I also said how much I love this. It's so bloody good. So bloody good. Because it's like, oh, is it a moisturizer that it's reminding me of? There's something. It's anyway, it's really nice. I recommend it. I know that it did the round of some of the beauty boxes a while back. So if you are able to pick it up, this is one that I do recommend. And obviously the brand is vegan and cruelty free and also non-gendered, so it is like perfect for everybody, men, women, non-binary folks, people that don't identify as a human, like however you identify, this brand is for you. It really is. All skin tones as well, which I love. But anyway, enough talking about that, because I'll be gushing over the browns then, and you'll all be like, is this sponsored? No, no, it's not sponsored. I just love it. Anyway, there we go. So I didn't moisturize this morning because I was in the garden playing with the dogs, and then when I realized, I was like, oh my god, I need to go in and get ready and get everything set up. I got it all set up, I made my coffees, and then I was like, oh, I'll moisturize now, and then it was time to do the live stream. So this is perfect for days that I don't moisturize, because it doesn't peel up. Oh my god, what was I using the other day? I can't remember what I was using the other day. It was it the photo? Was it the, oh, it was this, the Face Studio Prime, the Maybelline one. Oh, it peeled up something chronic. I don't know whether it was the moisturizer I used, or whether it was the foundation I used on top, but whatever combination of moisturizer, that primer, and the foundation, it literally, as I was putting the foundation on, because I used my fingers, as I was putting it on, it literally was coming up in like bubbles of dirt almost, and it was just coming off. Oh, it was crap. Didn't like it at all. Anyway, right, you've all opted. Look at me trying to avoid using the blooming trying to avoid using the foundation drops. Have I wet my sponge? Of course you haven't wet your sponge, Lisa. Luckily though, we've still got a slightly damp sponge in here. No, I'm gonna have to go and wet my sponge. Hang on a second. Let me go and wet my whistle. Not my whistle, my sponge. I'm gonna go and wet this. Just think of the fun. Just think of the fun you could be having on Supermarket Sweep. No, just think of the fun you could have blinging up a scooter. Oh, absolutely, I would. Try looking down the back of furniture. That's where you lose things. Oh, what, Nanette? You've lost an eyeshadow palette. Ooh, what one? What palette? Hang on. Let me go and wet my sponge. Oh gosh, you can tell I was a bit like out in the garden, can't you? La, la, la. There we go. That's better. I love how they grow. Oh, right. Sorry, we're back. We're back. We are back. Oh gosh. There we go. I love how they grow. Oh, the one I'm using. Oh, okay. I love it. I think it's such a good palette. It really has got so many lovely options. Right, so I've now wet my sponge. So let's see if I can make this work. Right, it's very, very watery. I'll show you how runny it is. Look, are you ready? Look at that. But it's quite pale, which is why I was like today, oh, with a gothy look, we want to go for more pale. Right, I'm gonna put the not sponsored, the Checker Black Glow Drops. Yeah. Oh god, I'm running out. I'm really running out. Oh, is it? Oh no. Oh, got it. Right, I'm adding some glow drops into the formula, but if I just use, look, I haven't mixed it yet together, so if I just use the sponge and just use this on its own, I'll show you why it's not a favorite formula of mine. Now, I am fully aware, as we age, most people want less coverage on their foundation. But there's less coverage, and then there's this. It's like adding water, and it's literally sliding all over my hand. Right, I'm going to have to mix those two together, because otherwise it is just going to slide all over my hand. Now, technically, these glow drops, it is a primer, but I don't use it as a primer. As you all know, I add this into my foundation to give me a nice glow. And yeah, but look, just, I don't know whether you can see on camera. Look at my forehead. Can you see how it just doesn't give any coverage? It's literally like water. So I don't know quite how you're supposed to, like, now it's got a little bit of coverage, as you can see, But once that blends out, even with those glow drops in it to kind of slightly thicken it, but also to give me that illuminating thing that I like, even then, it's such a thin formula. It's thinner than a BB cream, and it's thinner than a tinted moisturizer. And I don't know how you're supposed to use it properly. You can't apply it with a brush because it is so thin. But I kind of don't mind that. If you are looking for something with more full coverage, if you're looking for something with even a medium buildable coverage, because look, you've seen how much I've used, and I haven't got enough to do my forehead and like this side of my face, and that's a lot of it I've poured out, a lot that I've used, because it is so sheer. I don't understand the thinking of it, apart from the fact that, you know, if you use a brush, it's going to soak up a lot of the formula, and therefore, not a brush, sorry, a sponge, it's going to soak up a lot of formula, and therefore you're going to have to apply so much more of it that, you know, they make a lot more money, I guess. But I don't know. I just think it's just a random thing. But you can see, look, like all of my freckles coming through, all of everything coming through, and I don't mind that. You know, as I was saying, I think as we get older, because our skin does thin. Oh, you found it, Nanette. That's good. That's good, because our skin does thin, and you know, I think you can quite often, because of the lines and wrinkles and things, you can get cake face very easily with a fuller foundation, a more coverage foundation. So I've been using the Lacura, the Aldi BB cream at the moment, because I'm testing it for a video that I'm almost ready to film, doing a full face, and also it'll be nearly 3 weeks of Aldi skincare. So I'll be able to give you my full thoughts about that. And I'm just about ready to film that. But I've been using that BB cream and loving it, because it's giving me like your skin but better vibes, which I think this was supposed to do, but it kind of doesn't. It looks like, to be fair, with the glow drops in, it actually looks okay. It actually does look like sort of your skin but better. But without those glow drops, if you see all this luminescence on my skin where it looks a bit glowy from within, that's the glow drops. The formula on its own, it just looks, it looks like you've gone and got a BB cream and then literally watered it down. That's the sort of coverage. Or like you've got a BB cream and then you've got a really thin moisturizer, or like a really thin serum almost. It's called a super serum foundation. But it's like you've got a serum and mixed that with your BB cream, a tiny amount of BB cream, and you're using that because there's just so little coverage. But with those glow drops in, it does actually look like my skin, which again, I'm not saying I mind, but if you do want a bit more fuller coverage, if you've got spots, wrinkles, beauty marks, burst capillaries, redness, anything like that, then that is not going to be something, this is not going to be one for you to reach for at all. Do not recommend. If you've got dark colors under your eyes, don't recommend. If you've got any kind of hyperpigmentation, I would not recommend this. If you are super pale skin, then this might work for you. I mean, it does come in all the colors. It comes in lots of colors. But yeah, I just it's not a favorite, to be fair. It's really not a favorite. You were sitting out in the garden, Renata, but now you wanted to get back inside. Your arms were getting hot, and I hope you didn't get them burned. Oh, I hope not. What colours did I use in the net? I can't remember, my darling. I used the Vacay colour and the Adventure colour so far. Oh, and the white, the Cockatoo. I like cockatoos. I used to like a cockatoo. Now I'm a happily married woman. I know, right? So that's on. I mean, you know, I've got to say, with the glow drops, it works. With the glow drops, it looks okay. And looking at it on the monitor that I've got there, with the glow drops, actually, it looks quite pretty. It looks quite glowy from within. Without them, though, I would not be able to make it work. It is one of those things that you've got to finagle, and you've got to finagle the formula. So I don't know. But also, I don't know whether you can. I've used a lot. I used a lot to get this amount of coverage. And I think I've only used this when I did the original video with it, and now, and it's about halfway. So all right, it might only be like under a fiver, but if I've used that and it's done basically 2, maybe 3 applications, and there's probably halfway, and I've got 3 more to get 6 out applications for a fiver. I don't think that's good value. Like my Maybelline Dream Radiant is what, £8.99, £9.99, and you get that for months. So yeah, it does seem a bit useless. It does, but the reason I've kept it is when I've used some of my darker foundations, especially now I'm not going out in the sun at all. If I've got a foundation that's slightly too dark, then I can add some of that to it, and it will lighten it. So it's a good thing just for lightening. But obviously for a gothy look, we want to go quite pale. But anyway, let's move on from the foundation. Thank you to thank God for the glow drops is all I'm going to say on that. Jesus. Right then, so we've got 2 powders for me to use. I've got the Fenty Fairy Bomb in the shade, oh Jesus, that's not the shade. In the shade, I can't read that. In the shade something, hang on, is it on there? Fairy Bomb, perfect, Fairy Bomb. So this is a glitter, as you can see, a very highlighty powder with lots of micro glitters. So I'm going to be using a little bit of that a little bit later, because I actually just realized that's not the powder that I thought I picked up. So anyway, for setting powder, I am going to use the e.l.f. Perfect Primer, the HD powder. Now this is supposed to be in translucent, but it's basically white. It's basically white. So that's what we're going to use. It's not, is it, Patricia? It's cloudy here. It's not where you are either. Not hot enough where you are. I've just looked out when I wet the sponge. It is quite nice out. It's not too bright, but it does look like quite a nice sort of early spring day. It doesn't look sort of too bad really. So I'm just setting this with that white powder. Now again, no baking, because we don't do any baking on this channel. The only baking we do is in the kitchen. I haven't said that for years. But yeah, we don't bake on this channel because that's ridiculous. So just setting the foundation. Now I'm wondering whether I need to use a concealer. I do think I need a concealer. So I'm just going to pick up the one I've got here. I've got a pale concealer. It's the Jeffree Star Magic Concealer in God knows what the colour is. I can't remember, but it's pale. So I'm going to use that. There we go. And just set the foundation, set the concealer in a sec. So there we go. So when I was growing up, right, and when I was into the goth scene when I was a lot younger, the fairy goth, neon goth, rainbow goth, pastel goth, none of that was a thing. Like if you were goth, you wore black, just black. You wore white or very, very pale makeup, and you try to look like basically a corpse, a risen corpse. You need to thin down even BB creams, else you look like you're covered in beige flour, very cakey, but your skin has changed so much, Renata. This might be a perfect formula for you then, my darling. Have a look on Revolution's website. It's part of the Relove by Revolution range. It's less than a £5, or everything on there in this range is £5 or less, I believe. Might be £10 or less, but I think it's £5 or less. And if it is something that you just want a very, very light coverage, this might be ideal for you. And they've got a fairly decent range of colours as well. So have a look on the website, because if you can find a colour that matches you, it might be a really nice formula for you to try, because especially if you apply it with your fingers, you can get a decent enough, you can get it so it looks like you're wearing foundation. Like this looks like, especially now powdered, it looks like I'm wearing a tiny bit of foundation. Like you can still see my mole and that coming through, but it looks like there's something over the top of it. So it looks like you're wearing a little bit of something, but it doesn't look too cakey, which I guess is the reason for the formula. But for me, it's just a little bit too watered down, if that makes sense. But as you say, if it's something that you are looking for and you have to water down a BB cream, that might be ideal for you, my darling. So give it a go, give it a crack. Let us know what, if you get one, let us know how you get on with it, because this is only my opinion on what works on my skin. And obviously, as I keep saying, our skin does age as we change as we age. And what I used to use a year or two ago, or like 2 or 3 years ago, is very different to what I use now. And that's because my skin has changed. Right then, so this is where we're up to. Everyone's thinking, oh my God, Lisa, what the hell are you going to do with that to make it work? Well, first of all, let's do another little token of the sort of pastel gothy type vibe. Is, how do I get this one open? Hang on, here we go. Is hair grips and hair clips. So I am going to grip my hair back slightly with this lovely, this is a lovely skull bow. So I'm just going to shove this one just up here and put my hair back with a bow. Lovely. Oh, is that pretty? And then I've got a little white bow as well. I'm just going to put up here just to stop this one from falling forward. Come on. There we go. Ah, look how pretty that looks now. Don't I look pretty? It's just taking it off my face. Right, so I haven't done any contouring yet. Now I do have some of the Fenty contours. I think May just sent me this one. I can't remember what the colours are, but they're the colours. Can you see? That's the 3 I've got. The highlighting sticks and the foundation sticks. So this one is kind of as glowy, and it's kind of quite a pale colour. So that might work for a little bit of contour. This one's a little bit more peach. That might work for a contour if I blend it out. Or I might just not contour. I might not contour yet. I tell you what, we'll leave contouring for now. We'll come back to that. So let's go on with the eyes. That's what I was going to do, eyes. So I am going to add some black, and I am going to like enhance underneath, and I'm going to add a bit of sparkle, because it's all about that. It's all about the sparkle. So for black liners, actually, I know Kirsty was saying about some coloured liners as well. Now, what do we want to do? I tell you what, before I know, right, I'm jumping all over the place because I wasn't planning on doing brights. But anyway, we'll do brights. You look about 10 now. I look like oh dear, I look like a lot of the folks that go to Sparkles. If you know, you know. I'm not going to explain. If you know, you know. Jesus! Oh gosh! Right. Okay. Let's just. So we're going to go in with a smaller brush. This is the A12 brush. The blue liner from Evolution. I could use the blue liner. The thing with the blue liner is that it's going to be too. That's too dark. It's like a navy blue. But for the gothy look, for especially the pastel goth, we either stay in the purple and pink color story, or we go all the way down, or we go down the bright sort of the bright look. Renata's saying about the green. You all want me to look like a bloody clown, right? Well, before we do that, I'm dipping in with a smaller brush, and I'm going in with the vacay color, that pink, and I'm going to put it under my on my lower lash line. No, yeah, my lower lash line on my under my eye, basically. So I'm taking it all the way under here. It's quite a thick brush for what I normally do. But I'm really building up that kind of, this is all done on purpose look. So it's like really enhancing that pink. Oops, I don't know whether I'm still on. Am I still on? Yeah, there we go. So it's just enhancing that pink. I'm really sort of bringing up the fact that this is part of the look. This is supposed to be what we're doing today. Oh, I tagged Revolution in the post, and they've just liked my post on Instagram. Yay! Hello. That's really cool. That's really cool. Maybe don't go crazy. You don't want the post office to chuck you out if you want your parcel. Yeah, I know, right? Gonna go to the post office like this with bright neon colours and stuff, and then be like, hello, my mum is sick. Can I post this letter, please? Can you imagine? Could you imagine? Right, we're not going too crazy, as you say, but I am going to slightly, now this is going to be like where it gets really, well, I say where it gets interesting. It's interesting already because this is a look that I haven't done a bold, gothy, bright look for a long, like for years, for probably decades. In fact, I don't think I've ever done a bright goth look. I've done purpley goth looks. I've done the reds and all of that. I don't think I've ever done one where we're just staying onto that neon. So that's interesting. But I am just using this brush just to slightly blend that out and just feather that out a little bit. Just to kind of take it up and out. So I do quite like the idea of using a coloured eyeliner, but I also kind of want to do a black. So I think what I'm going to do is a double eyeliner today on the top, and we'll do a black, and then we might do a colour above the black. Yeah, we'll do a colour above the black because I'm going to be putting on the big lashes, and anything with the lashes, anything that is going to be any colour, if it's too close to the lash line, it's going to get lost. So yeah, let me just work out then what we're going to do. So I've got various blacks. I've got various blacks. I do also have this purple metallic that I used this one yesterday, but it wasn't overly pigmented. In fact, I've now lost. I said I've used this one yesterday, and I've just instantly put it back in the pot and lost it. Right, let me have a look. Let me have a look. Come on. So these are the liners. So where did that one go? There it is. So this is a metallic purple liner, right? And I've used this one a fair bit. It's the Maybelline matte ink liner in a metallic purple shade, but it does not show up when I put it on my I look like one of those Chinese madams. Okay, I don't know quite how to take that, but okay, I'm just keeping my hair back at the moment. It's when it's on the eyes, because it still keeps this metallic shimmer, you can't see it. It just doesn't work. The post person just arrived, and as soon as this is finished, the ordered Critravin by Wardruno will hit the turntable. That all sounds very interesting. I've got no idea what that is, Renata, but that sounds phenomenal. I love it when people talk about music that I've never heard of. I genuinely do, because it inspires me to go and check out new stuff. I found a couple of really good funky alternative bands recently as well, that have been around forever. It's just I'm only just finding them. Right, so let's use a liquid eyeliner. I haven't started on my liquid eyeliner test yet. I am working through my mascaras. But for liquid eyeliner, I've got I tell you what, we'll put them to the vote. So we'll do, have I got a higher end one? Let's have a look. What have I got? So we'll do a budget and we'll do a high end. So, oh, that's quite expensive. Not expensive, but you know what I mean. Right, hang on. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. What's this one? Right, okay. So we've got a Marc Jacobs. We've got a Sleek, which is sort of more budget, and we've got a The mid-range one would be, okay, there we go, look. So, right, here we go then. This is your options. So, for black eyeliner, is that black? Oh, well, I think so. Right, for black eyeliner then, we've got 3 options, and that's 3 different price points, okay? So, we've got the Marc Jacobs fine liner. As you can see, it's never even been opened. So that's our high-end option. We've got the sleek fierce felt liner, which is, in fact, shall I here you go, look, I'll give you a comparison of these, and it's down to, wow, that's really pretty. So that's the Marc Jacobs. Oh, hang on, it's not a liquid. Oh, well, okay, right, well, we're still going to be an option. So we've got the Marc Jacobs fine liner. We've got the sleek fierce felt liner, and we've got the Pound Shop Makeup Gallery oh, that's apparently a charcoal, not a black. Hang on, we find a black. Okay, no, okay, well, we'll just go with that one then. Or do I want, no, it's got to be a black. It's got to be a black. I can't do that with a charcoal. So we'll use the Technic. That's a budget one. Liquid liner, the Technic liquid liner. Okay, so these are your options. Oh God. Oh God. Right. Right. Okay. Well, one's a liquid, one's a pencil, and one's a mess. But there we go. So we've got the Marc Jacobs. Oh, hang on. It needs to be a pastel green liner. Are you taking the mic? The answer is yes, I know you are, but this is just to get the black. There will be a colour going on in a minute after that. So we've got the Marc Jacobs, we've got the sleek, or we've got the Technic, right? So the Marc Jacobs is that one. The sleek is, sorry, the Marc Jacobs is that one there. The sleek is that one there, and the Technic is that N1. Okay, so that's your option. So we've got high end, medium, or budget. So high, medium, or budget. That is your option in the chat. And yeah, so it is down to you to vote. I know which my preferred option would be, but I'm not saying. So would you prefer that we go for the high end, the budget, the high end, the medium, the drugstore, or the cheap? Let me know. Let's have a look at what people are opting for. What did you miss when Furry Holly Willoughby went for a W word? You missed very little, in fact. Oh wow, look at that. The first 3, medium, budget, and high. Thank you. Right, so we need a couple more votes. Medium, budget, or high. Ed says medium. And so I think then right, okay, well we're going to go with medium, because that's of the 4 votes in, that's what we've got. Unless there's any more coming in immediately, we're going to go with the medium. Anything else? Jess says medium as well, so that swung it. Right, so the medium is the sleek fierce felt liner. Now this would have been my preferred option, to be honest with you, because it is a lovely, look at the thin point on that, a lovely thin point. It's very similar to the KVD tattoo liner, or even the Renaissance Flick by Revolution. It's very similar to those. It's a pen, felt pen, if that makes sense. It's not a hair one, it is like a felt pen. So what we're going to do is I'm going to build up a actual decent wing and a decent line ready for the lash band when I do the false lashes. But then what I'm going to do is do the little back wing on the corner and really extend this out on the side. Okay, so here we go. So keep it fairly close to the lash line. Kritravan translates as the White Raven. Oh, that sounds really cool. Right, so kept it really close to the lash band, and then right at the end did that winged shape out. I don't know whether you can see, but I'm actually going to do what's called a bat wing. So I'm taking that wing, so it's kind of, I don't know whether you can see from there, it's kind of, it's going to go quite high. Now with the hood, it's going to take into account that hood basically. All right, Eddie, you're yawning. You're a good boy. Good boy. Right, let's just, I know, right? He's like, I've been in here for 2 hours now, Mum. Right, so we're going to take that out, take that one across, like so, right? I'm going to build that in black. So it looks really, really weird when it's like that, but as soon as the eye is closed and it's kind of normal, you can see it just creates this kind of decent wing shape. MJ, what's that? I don't know what that means, Renata. Michael Jackson, what? So there, look, I don't know whether you can see. Yeah, you can see that it's got quite a pronounced wing now. So that's kind of like the standard, more standard sort of gothy. They still go for that wing, even though it's sort of the pastel goth look. So I am just going to take that liner like so. There we go. Wasn't Bronwyn from the Magnomi, sorry about spelling, known as the White Raven. Oh, Renata said Mark Jacobs. I think you're a bit behind, Renata. I think you need to refresh, my darling. So yeah, so I don't know whether you can see that now. That's kind of, when my eyes open and looking straight at you, it looks quite, hang on, let's see if I can lower that light a little bit so you can see a bit more. There you go. There you go. So you can see it's kind of building up that look. And then going to do the same on this eye. So again, building it up. Keeping really close to the lash line till about 2/3 of the way across, and then going extremes. So we want to take the lash line from the outer corner up and the outer corner up. Not the lash line, I meant the wing. So just going to kind of put it to there, and then there we go. So again, it creates that sort of weird, almost bat wing effect. So it's almost kind of like that. If you look at the shape, right, it's almost like that because it's dealing with that hood. So that's a really clear example of it there. Look. I'm just going to fill that in. You can see that shape, and then when I actually have my eyes open straight to you, it kind of just looks like a normal wing. But when it's like that, you go, oh, that's a really weird shape. But I'm going to slightly raise it. There we go. Curve off that lower edge. Take it slightly higher across, and then just join it into the line. Now that doesn't have to be too exact, because as I say, I am going to be putting false lashes on in a bit. So yeah, now when we come to color, then you've all got lots of ideas about color, so let's have a look at the color options that we've got. So we have, oh actually I found, oh yeah, I've got that one as well. So for colors, in terms of liquid, where's, hang on, I've got another one of these that I just found out. I just moved, where is it? Oh, did I not? Did I not? Did I not? I'm sure I brought it in. Maybe not then. Right, so we've got, we could go silver and gold, although it's not really going to work for this look. So then we'll keep it fairly simple. Do you want to go pencil liners or liquid liners? No, we'll keep it pencil liners, liquid liners. Right. So I've got 4 colours for you. What's this one? I don't even remember what this colour was. This is a XX Revolution. It's supposed to be a duochrome, but it just looks like a dark bronze, right? So there's one. So XX Revolution is this first one here, right? It just looks like a dark bronze. So that's one option if you want. We've got a Tarte. Oh no, it's a Revolution. I thought that was Tarte. We've got a Revolution turquoise glitter. And then we've got the 3 Fenty options. So we've got the coral that I used the other day in a look. I love these. These are so cool. We've got the sapphire, which is the blue. And we've got the lime green. Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you for reminding me, Major. Yes, there is going to be a video about annoying things influencers do. I keep forgetting it. Because with everything that's been going on, I just like it slipped my mind. But yeah, I will definitely, I will put a community post up about that later today to get some comments. Right, so these are the options. In fact, go on, we'll throw that purple in because I don't know whether it's because it's been standing upside down, but that actually is looking quite nice now. Right, so these are the options, not these blacks. So these are the options for liner. Now you're wanting some coloured liners. So then let's have a look. So we've got a purple, just there, oh, right there, purple there, which is the Maybelline matte ink. We've got the dark kind of, it's a dark antique bronze, which has got, supposed to have a purple shift, but it really doesn't. It's just like an antique bronze. We've then got a turquoise by Revolution, so a turquoisey glitter. We've got a coral pink, a blue sapphire colour, and then right on the end we've got that lime green. So the colour options are yours. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different colours there. There we go. Look, 6 different colours. I missed your vote earlier. It's because I think you're a bit behind on the chat, Renata. So 6 different colours, starting with the purple is number 1 and the green is number 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So put your vote in the chat now for the coloured eyeliner that is going to go atop this and underneath. So it can be any one of those colours. I'm just going to make it work somehow. I've got a feeling I know which one you're going to vote for, but yes, I know what my preferred colour would be, but these are yours. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and put your vote in now. Let's have a look. We got 1 vote for 5. Ed likes the green and the blue, so that's 5 or 6. Even more like a Chinese lady now. Oh, because of the 6 says Ness. 5 says the Major. 5 says Holland, and Patricia says the bright blue. Now, do you mean? I think 5's got it. To be fair. Which is the Fenty blue, this sapphire blue. So hopefully you don't mind that too much, Patricia, because we've got the 2 different blues. But it looks like the sapphire blue is going for it. So okay, I mean it isn't what I would have chosen for this look, but you know, it's not down to me. I put myself through this every bloody week. Okay. Right, let's make this work then. Let's make this work. You see, Renata, I actually would have gone for the pastel, but Nanette said turquoise as well, but no, the number 5 has won it, which is this blue has won. So that is what we are going to go with today. I might add a little bit of that. No, I can't add the green. We're just going to go with the blue because that's what we ended up with. Number 5, the blue. So then let's make this work. So the black is going to be where that lash band is. So we're just making this go. We're just making this build. Nanette, I think you need to refresh, my darling, because you're a little bit behind on the chat. So yeah, just building up on top of that line, as you can see, just above that black, and then I'm going to use it to follow the line that I've already drawn. And then bring that all the way out like so. So again, on that line, it is doing a weird thing. So I do need to do a little thing. You think it goes well with the pink? I mean, it's okay, I guess. Right, let me just, I need to do a very creative thing here because it needs to go fatter there. So hang on. I can't talk while I'm doing this because I need to bat wing that blue as well. So let's put that there and then take that like that. And I'm going to tidy that black up in a second. Don't worry too much about that. So then, no, I don't mind it. It does pop. It is a really bright. It's a really bright color. But again, we're going for the neon, the bright goth look, so that's fine. Again, with the lashes on, that needs to be quite high up. And I do quite like the sort of, you know, the young people's graphic liner look that they're all doing these days. Hang on, let me try and. The difficulty is dealing with the hooded eye because it makes it look like there's a line like that. So it looks like the eyeliner, instead of going across, it makes it look like it's curving under and round, which is not a good, oh wow, look at that, that's gone up there. It's not a good look for older eyes because it actually, it makes your eye look sad. So yeah, there we go. So that keeps that like that. Go across to that inner corner and then batwing that down. So again, it might look a little bit ridiculous, but when everything's fallen into place, it won't do. And I need to tidy up that black on the inside as well because we've gone over that a little bit. But there we go. So I do like this color. I do think it works well. I like rocking a bold color. I am going to completely have to change my top, but that's absolutely no problem at all. I'll do you an outfit of the day look a little bit later. I'm questioning whether we put it under the eye as well. Shall we put it under the eye as well? Maybe. You're watching this, commenting and doing your needle point is a challenge. Wow. What are you needle pointing? Oh, in fact, to tell you what, let's take that banner off now as well. What are you needle pointing? Let us know. Let us know what you're needle pointing. Right, do I take it? Do I just, how am I going to make this work? We go, oh, I'll tell you what, we'll just do a graphic line on the bottom as well. So we'll just do a funky blue on the on the lower lash line as well, like that. And then I'll use a powder and just do a black inner on that, on the, no, actually, I'm going to use a gel liner on the waterline to create that black so that basically the top and the bottom are mirrored images of each other, like a water effect. That's what we're going to do. Look at me making it work. desperately trying to make it work. Right, so we start off there and go straight across, and then we join in with the end. That's what I've done on that eye. I do love, do you know one of the reasons why I love doing this with you all? Because even when you like give me things that I'm not expecting, I love it because I have to try and make it work. I have to try and actually finish the look and make it something that I'm going to be able to wear and not feel completely daft with. So it keeps my brain going, ooh, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? And it keeps that creative juice flowing. Because for me, if I'd just been just on my own, it would have been a much more softer neon look, and it would have been possibly more wearable, but definitely a lot less fun, and a lot less creative, because now I'm having to work with these colors in the way that I wasn't expecting, which I love, to be honest. I do love that, and it's making me think outside the box in terms of colors and where I put things and how. So yeah, so thank you to everybody for trying to stitch me up. It's not worked because I'm loving it. Right, where did that liner go? There we go, the sleek liner. It's a cushion with Connie Cat washing herself in so many colors. Oh, that sounds amazing. You're trying to put makeup on and your dog is messing with you. Yeah, they will do, Nanette. They will do, absolutely. Right, let me just go back on. There we go. Just tidy up that black. And there as well. So I could use the liquid liner to try and go really fine across the top, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use the gel liners because to my mind, the gel liners just stick a little bit better with the waterline than the liquid ones. Because what I always find, and I don't know whether anybody else finds this, but if I use a liquid liner on my waterline, my eyes will water, and then the whole thing will smudge down here, and I end up looking like Alice Cooper. So that's not necessarily the look that we are going for today. However, we could have done that on another day, maybe. So this is the NARS, what's it called? High pigment, long wear eyeliner. Yeah, just the NARS black gel liner. So we're just going to use this on my waterline. And then join it up on that edge there. So you can see suddenly it looks very bold. Actually, I can just type. There we go. So it looks bold, joins that one down, but it doesn't. I'm not taking it all the way into the inner corner. So again, on this one, just from about halfway. Like so. So again, we've got that differentiation. I really like this now. Oh my God, I would not have done this. I'm really loving it. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. Loving it like that. Loving it, loving it, loving it. So now, because we're going for a bold look, I'm going to use a white liquid liner on my inner corner. Just like that, just to give it a little bit of a pop. Again, I just need to wait for that to dry a little bit, because again, what did I say about putting a liquid liner on my waterline? And then what did I go and do? Ah, bugger. But there we go. See, it's just opened up that inner corner eye just a little bit. So we're going to stick with that, leave that in there. I obviously need to do my brows. I'll do that in a second, but we'll start with highlighter now. So I do have some highlighter options. I'm very acutely aware of the time. So highlighter options, we have got the options to go with. What's wrong with this top you're wearing? Nothing's wrong with it. I just want a brighter top to go with the brighter makeup, basically. So this is the option 1 for highlighter. It's the W7 Frosted highlighter palette. And we've got a white or an off-white, a blue, and then this sort of a pale beige and a brown. So we're going to be using the white or the blue in this palette today. So that's the W7. We've got the Revolution Skin Kiss highlighter in sort of this rainbowy color. So that's the Revolution one. And then I've got the I Heart Revolution, which isn't a brand I particularly love. But I've brought back out the rainbow highlighter, and we'll probably end up using maybe, I don't know, maybe the red tone, or maybe we'll just swirl the brush. Okay, so that is what the options are for highlighter. We have got W7, Rev, or Heart. Okay, so Rev, Heart, W7. If you like it, do if you want to vote, please do let me know. Now, what am I even saying? Put your vote in the comments. That's what I'm trying to say. So Heart, Rev, W7. That's your options. Let's have a look in the comments then. Oh, W7 says Major. Heart says Patricia. Now that you've done the blue liner, this works really well with the top and the cami underneath. Oh, thank you. Heart says Jess. Oh, we've got 2 for Heart, 2 for I Heart, and 2 for W7. So, okie dokie. Heart, you've got that heart and it's crap. Actually, you think you decluttered it. It is crap. It is really crap, to be honest with you. It is. Ed, what would you prefer? W7 or Heart? W7 or Heart? W7 or Heart? Holland did say if you give this video a big old thumbs up if you're watching on the live, you get yourself a free cake, but it's an invisible cake, but it's also got no calories. So you get yourself an invisible cake. In fact, I'm going to have my slice of invisible cake right now. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. So mine is a lovely angel cake with a pink and neon, a pink and purple frosting, which I really, really like. And because it's the angel cake, it's got the different layers. And the middle buttercream layer is really, really, really sweet and tasty. So that's what I'm just going to, just bear with everybody. I'm just going to get my fork. Oh, see how crumbly that is? That was really nice. Hang on, here we go. Oh, it's very sweet. How's your cake, everyone? How's your, if you've given this video a thumbs up, let me know how your cake is, because this one is really, really sweet. Very nice though. I have to finish that just later because I don't want too many. I don't want too much today. But yes, we've got. Hang on, Renata said count again. So we've got Heart, and we've got W7, W7, W7. W7. Okay, so it's W7. W7. It's a W7 palette. Right, okay, dokie. So we're going to use the blue from the W7. Yours is carrot cake with walnuts. I don't know why I said angel cake. I haven't had angel cake in a long time, but it's the first thing that came to me. So there we go then. Right, so we're using the we're going to use the thingy. Lemon drizzle tastes lovely. Thank you so much. I'm not a fan of lemon drizzle. It's a bit too, you know what I mean? We had somebody at one of the groups that I used to be a part of, and she used to bring in lemon drizzle cake, and it was very lemony, but very, very sweet. Very, very sweet. It's nice and moist. Mine was lovely and moist. Yes, thank you, Ed. Mine is regularly described as moist. So this is the highlighter we're using today. It is the W7, the blue one. So it's just giving that a hint of blue on the cheeks and just around the eyes, which again I quite like. I don't mind. We'll do a bit of colour. We'll do a bit of playtime. I'm going to go into that eyeshadow palette again in a second and deepen up that purple just above the blue because we've lost the purple completely. Love a lemon drizzle cake. Oh, it depends how it's made. To be honest with you, Major, it depends how it's made. But there we go. Look, so that highlighter is definitely there, and then you can see, look at that, you just get that blue. You go, oh yeah, look at that, pow, pow, blue, blue. I feel like I should be an avatar, but you know, this is where I'm going to go to vote and they'll be like, Do you have your carer with you? Are you sure you're able to make these decisions on your own? I'll be like, yes, I am. Thank you very much. Bastards. Right, we're going to use a chisel brush or a flat brush, whatever this one is. One of these. Hang on, it's a Morphe M423, one of them. And I'm going to go in with that purple again, that lovely, lovely, vibrant purple. And I'm just going to build that up just where it's got a little bit lost because we've put that blue quite high. I'm just going to put that purple just back in there, just to give it that hint of colour again. Because, you know, there's just not enough colour on my face at any one time, is there? So just build that back up. And I'm also going to go back in with the with this brush, actually, which is the flat Spectrum A07 brush. I've got to say, I'm loving my Spectrum brushes at the moment, absolutely loving them. I'm just going to deepen that across the crease line a little bit, because it's taken away, that blue has completely taken away from that purple, and I just want to add that back in a little bit just to give us a little bit more definition, and then just take it out just there like so. So there we go. That now looks quite gothy in terms of the black. Are you going to vote with the clips in? No, don't be daft. It would be a look. It would be a look. One of them is this one. It keeps moving around as I'm doing it. It would definitely be a look, wouldn't it? Right, so what are we doing next? What have I done so far? Oh, lashes. Let's do the lashes. In fact, before we go any further, I'm going to use this Stila brown pencil. I'm just going to do my brows very quickly. So if you don't know, I have no eyebrows because I have alopecia. And all of my eyebrows pretty much fell out. They got very super thin, and so the brow shape that you see is actually tattooed on. It's microbladed on, and that was done about 5 years ago, which is why sometimes it looks a bit faded, particularly if I end up going over it in with a foundation sponge or something. But yeah, so that's why I just go back in with either an eyeshadow, or to go back in with a pencil sometimes, and just shape, give the eyebrows a bit more of oomph. Now I could have gone in with a coloured brows like I've done before, but to be honest with you, I've got to go vote. So let's not do that. Let's not go looking quite that out there when I have to go in and, you know, make informed decisions about the civic duties of our leaders, our esteemed leaders. Right then, so I am going to do my, let's take this one out because it is falling. I'm going to do my lashes now, and I've got my false lashes here by Morphe. So these are really big false lashes. You posted your makeup look on Instagram. Bloody hell, Nanette, I've not even finished mine yet. Jeez. But well done. We're going to have a look at that after I've done this, my darling. So what am I looking for? Mascara. That's what I'm looking for. So I guess we'll try this one then. It's the Allure Blend and Care mascara. Now this is designed specifically for false lashes. So you're supposed to, hang on, let me just do, it says apply blending care to natural lashes. Next, pop on your false lashes and allow to dry. Reapply blend and care and blend away. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do what it says on the tin. So then I'm going to just move the table out the way ever so slightly, put everything to one side so I can sit more comfortably with me. Actually, my yoga pants are looking really, really on brand now, aren't they? They're really on brand for the look that we've ended up with. So I'm quite pleased about that. Not that I'm going to wear any, I might wear whatever. Your brows seem to be turning ginger. It's because you're a ginge. You're a ginge. That's just what happens, Ed. It's fine. Although I've got to say, I'm actually quite liking the little bow clip on this side. I think that's quite cute. Right, let's get these lashes on. I don't think I've used Morphe lashes in the past. So again, and I don't, as you will all know, I don't regularly apply lashes on camera. on a live stream. So this is going to be an interesting experiment, isn't it? Right, so I've just taken those off there. I'm going to put my lash glue on the Uji flip, on the little bit of plastic. So this is how I always applied lashes on stage, and it's still the same technique that I use. So if you're someone who doesn't like false lashes, I completely get it. I understand totally. But if you're somebody who wants to wear them but struggles with them, not because of the actual wearing them, but because of the application, this is a little tip. This is how I got taught how to do it. So basically, I take the lid, I put the lashes on the lid. Let's just take one of them off for now. So I put the lashes on the lid and I put a blob of lash glue and I let it dry down a little bit. And then what I do is I take the base of a brush and I pick up the lash glue like so. So there's a little bit of lash glue. There's still half of it on the lid. And then all I do is I use that to just coat the lash band. Oh, a bit too much glue. I just coat the lash band like so. All the way across, making sure that there's glue all the way around the lash band, especially at the two ends, like so. And then I'll put that back down on the lid. And I do the same with the other lash. And again, this is the way that I was taught. Other people I've seen will use, you know, tools and devices, and they'll use whatever else. I've seen other people drag the lash through the glue. Other people will apply the glue to the lash band. I don't like doing that because I find that it gets very, very messy. And I find that this way you've got a little bit more control. So again, if you're somebody that maybe hasn't worn lashes for a while, but you want to, or maybe you're going to a party or an event, or, you know, maybe you are going to be attending a Pride this year and you want to, you know, glam yourself up and go for it with some big bold lashes. Why not? Whatever your gender identity, however you are, whoever you love, it makes no difference. If you are somebody, whether you are gay, straight, bi, pan, asexual, non-sexual, whatever your sexual orientation, whatever your gender identity is, if you want to put a pair of lashes on and some makeup and go and party, then bloody do it. However old you are, however you identify, if that's what you want to do, you go and do it. And if anyone tells you that it's not for you, tell them to go do one. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go and express yourself in that way, then just go and do it. It's fun. Life is too bloody short, you know what I mean? Especially at a Pride event, or especially at, you know, a party or something, a festival over the summer. Just go and do it. So this, I've got to say, I can't remember using this one. I have used it, so I can't remember though. It must have been a while ago. It's got a really small wand, but look at the length of that. Look at the length of that. I'm used to these little bitty itty ones that I, from all of the little testers that I use. So this is a really big one. Oh, actually, I've got to say, just as a mascara, that's not doing too bad. Oops. That's not doing too bad. Nanette, you've never worn fake lashes. Oh, give it a go. Give it a go. Why not? God. I like fake lashes sometimes. They are a bit of a pain to put on. I've got the magnetic ones that Rufus bought me. I've also got some more makeup from Wish that I've got to try, some beauty products from Wish. That'll be an upcoming video as well as the TikTok makeup video. That's all coming up as well. So we're going to be filming an awful lot before my next surgery. And the idea is, when I can't do a lot when I'm recovering, there'll be a lot of videos to edit and stuff. So yeah, if you're part of the coffee club crew, if you're part of the channel members, then there is a whole video over on buymeacoffee.com where I talk about what's going on with all of that, with the cancer stuff, and what timescales we're looking at. So do make sure you go and check that video out. If you aren't a channel member but you would like to be, you can go across to buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic. The details are just up here, where you can in fact buy us a coffee and also become a channel member. So do go and have a little look at those just up there. Right then, so as a mascara, it's not amazing, but it's definitely coated the lashes. There is definitely some on. Did I miss this on Sunday? Do you have a surgery date? Go and have a look at the video on Buy Me a Coffee, Neat. The details are all on there. You didn't miss much on Sunday. You were missed, but it was, I can't remember how many. Did we do 5 readings, 6 readings? It was quite a busy one on Sunday. Actually, it was quite a busy one. Right. So then what I do when I'm doing my lashes, I will pick up the first lash that I put glue on, and I hold it with my fingers very close to the lash band, right? Because I've got quite fat hands, I can position one of the corners into place and then push the other one with my finger. Okay, so a lot of people will use tweezers or those curled lash tweezers for this. I can't do that. It's not how I was taught. I've tried, but because that wasn't how I was taught, this is how I do it, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So, and generally speaking, and we'll see if this rings true today, generally speaking, I'll put a lash on, I'll end up fiddling with it, taking that first lash off, the second lash goes on great, and the first lash needs reapplying. That's generally what happens. So hopefully that won't happen today, but we'll see what happens. Right, so I'm just lining that up, the inner corner, and then placing the outer corner, and then going in and placing that inner corner, and then pushing it into place. And then what I will do with the flat end of the glue, so some people use this to apply the glue, what I do with this is I just, there we go, I'm just going to place this and just push that into place like so, and then just use my finger to lift the lash up. So I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know whether you can see, but yeah, I mean, so the lash for me is all the way at the outer edge. So you could bring it further in, but I really like it when it's on the outer edge. So yeah, that's how I apply my lashes. So let's go ahead and do the other lash. Now, some lashes will have an inner corner and an outer corner. Some will do that. Oh, you can't see because the mirror was in the way. Oh, sorry. Right, I'll show you on this one. So some lashes will have an inner corner and an outer corner, which just basically means that they are thinner on one end. This particular lash band, it's the same on both ends, so you can use it on either eye. Some will be like much longer on the end, and then yeah, that's for your left eye, that's for your right eye, sort of thing. Right, let me do this then. So I'll try and keep you in shot. So I'm just, I literally use my finger to try and line up the outer edge first. And if you look, I've got more glue on the outer and inner edges than I have on the center. There's a reason for that, because I want those to stick down first. So I'm lining it up with my outer edge and lining up the inner edge, moving it slightly, and then I'm holding it above my lashes, and then just placing that inner lash band corner in, and then the outer corner, and then going in with the glue, twisting that, and then just pushing that into place. And then lifting the lash. Like so. And there we go, there's my lashes on. So it's that simple once you kind of know how to do it, if that makes sense. And it just, boom, look at that. It just absolutely kind of enhances the look. And you can see where now that blue line that we put on, you can see it when my eyes are closed. You can still see it over the lashes. So that's why we had to put the black on first and then the blue to get that look. So yeah, I love wearing false lashes. If you're going for a bold look, then false lashes really do just lift that look. They really do just lift it up from being sort of quite a standard look really into being something that's a bit more wow. It really does give you that extra sort of wow factor. Now you might find, as I'm having here, that the inner corner the inner lashes on the inner corner are just starting to ever so slightly, I don't know, is it lifting? No, it's not lifting, it's just slightly irritating the inner corner. So all I'm doing is just pushing those lashes up and slightly in towards the center. If you can hear a dog howling, by the way, it isn't ours, it's the dog upstairs. They've been left on their own and they are now basically just been left, and he's just howling. So absolute heartless bitch. But anyway, I'm just going back in with the mascara onto the lashes as well, because with this one, that's what it's designed to do. It's designed to just then use your own lashes and blend those in with the false ones. So I'm looking slightly down, applying that mascara onto my actual lashes, and then I'm just going to use my fingers to kind of slightly pinch them together and slightly lift my natural lashes. So again, lifting the natural lashes and pinching the lash together with my natural lashes, just so you don't get the look where you've got two lots of lashes on. So there you go. That is almost today's finished look. I am going to do my lips, obviously. Oh, I need to film with that one, don't I? And I am going to do a little bit of contouring. Why is that? You see, when I said that one always needs to come off, no, we're okay. We're okay. It's okay. I have to move it slightly. We're okay. We're all good. So contour. Did I actually bring out a powder contour? I don't think I did. I have got some blush. What am I? Right. Okay. We're just going to use these ones that I was talking about. So I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty, whatever this is, the matchstick in the sort of more goldy tone one. Now this should be fine on me. Yeah, look at that. On me, it's fine. On if you've got a darker complexion, it might not work for you. But with my pasty paleness, as you can see, it really does. It does kind of work. So I'm placing that like so. And then for blush, I'm going to use the Jecca Black Play Pots, because I found these out because they were in my blush drawer. I'm going to use the pink one. Oh, am I going to use the pink one? I think that might have dried up, actually, that one. Let's have a look at the red one then. There we go, I've got the red one. So they're quite super pigmented, as you can see. So I am going to just grab that and just wipe that off, because I dug my finger right in there really hard. In fact, I'm going to use the wow, I really did dig my finger in. Look at that. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. What sort of tattoo? Who's going for a tattoo? Oh yeah, Ed's designing a tattoo. Hang on. Yeah, the top layers have gone a bit dry on these, but that's fine. Wow, is that even? That's not even pink anymore. So I'm not going to use that one on my cheeks. I'm just going to use the red one then on my cheeks. So bear with everybody. Sorry, I'm just covering myself in cream products, because I was going to do a whole thing with cream products, but we're just going to do this. So then here we go. You're not a fan of tattoos, so you won't find you getting one. I'm planning at least 2 more, to be fair, at least 2 more. Right, so I've dipped off most of what was on there from my finger, and I am going to apply like so. Now I know what you're thinking, oh my God, what the hell are you doing, Lise? But don't worry, it will make sense. Right, so using my sponge, I'm just toning that one down, toning down the blush, and also blending in the concealer, contour rather. Now I'm doing the same on this side. Now I know I did put some powder down, but it's fine. I just did a light layer of powder. So a lot of people will be like, oh, well, you can't like put a cream product over a powder, but you absolutely can. You absolutely can. You love the purple, fab. Thank you, Lizzie, my darling. This is what everybody chose in the chat today. You know, it's down to everybody that's here on the live. So everybody voted for this, and this is what we've ended up with. So yay. You're going to have a tattoo for your birthday, Renata. Yay, that's very cool. What are you going to have? Where are you having it? So I'm going to use another little bit of this Jekyll Black clay pot, the red one, because I do really like them. I don't know why. I just put these in the back of a drawer and I forget about them. But as a cream blush product, look, I mean, now you go, oh my God, what the hell are you doing? You look like an American football player or something. But again, look, we just blendy, blend, and it actually blends out really nicely. It doesn't look like an Amber Heard bruise, you know, where she did that with the makeup allegedly. It doesn't look like that. It just blends out really, really, really nice. Now these are a little bit dry because they've been sat in the drawer for a couple of years, but yes, absolutely. There we go. Look, there we go. Look, there we go. So that's got a nice, and because we're doing the sort of the brighter gothy type look, I think it still works really well. Just going to do my nose contour. There we go. It still works really well in terms of the overall look. It still kind of is in that same sort of ballpark. Oops. In that same sort of ballpark, really. Now what I'm going to do is add a little bit more of that blue highlighter just over the top of where I put that blush, just to add it back in a little bit more, so really bring that back out. And now I am going to once more veil down the face to give it its final sort of matte look, really. And then we're going to do the lips. Where did I put my white powder? There we go. Oh. So then, time are we on? Nearly 2 o'clock. So we are going to finish at 2. So there we go. Look, la 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 la. Quite a bit of powder, but we're going to just knock most of it off, like so. Grab the mirror and just veil everything down. Thank you. The blue highlighter is by W7. I actually got it in Home Bargains. Really, really, really cheap. But yeah, so as you can see, like my foundation hasn't lifted, largely because my foundation was so blooming pale. It was ridiculous. So light, not pale, as in what am I trying to say? Such a thin formula. It was so light. But yeah, there we go. Look. So just veil that down. I'm not going to add any bronzer to this look because it is going for that sort of neon pastel sort of goth moment. So we're not adding bronzer because goths do not wear bronzer at all in any way, shape or form. I'm just building up that paler tone just on the lower cheeks, and then just making sure that everywhere is mattified, quite like that so far. Yeah, that'll do. And then lips. So then, now lips is down to all of you in the live chat. This is your last chance to vote, potentially your last chance to screw me up today. Thank you, Lizzie. The purple really suits me. Thank you. It's actually, believe it or not, it's mainly pink on the eyes with a blue, the Fenty, a blue eyeliner by Fenty. I do have purple, but we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that in just a second. I'm putting the clay pot back in there before, I don't want it to dry out anymore. I really like these clay pots, you know. These and the cream blush. Oh my God, who was it that did it? There's another cream blush thing, and it's like multi-purpose pots. I want to say colour pot, but I'm not sure that it was. But yeah, anyway, I really like them. I think they're funky. I just keep forgetting that I own them. Right, here we go. So That's what we are. This is where we are at now. Oops, no. Oh, this isn't a clippy clip. This is an unclippy clip, if that makes sense. Oh, 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 there we go. That was sharp. Right then, so for lips, I've got, when I say I've got a few options, these are the options we chose today. These are the options we chose today. So I've got blues, I've got purples, I've got pink, I've got black, I've got glitters, I've got bloody unicorn, glosses on top, I've got matte. So then, I guess, let's narrow down some options. Let me just wipe the back of my hand so we can do some swatching. So, first of all, Ed, bright orange. I don't actually own a bright orange lipstick. I used to, but I decluttered it away. Right then, so, first of all, the first option we're going to go with is, do we go with nudes, as in like a more standard lipstick range, or do we go down the colourful route? Okay, so when I say colourful, that includes a black. So do we go down the slightly more sort of, I guess, normal range? So there's things like, you know, let me show you some examples. Is that like a baby? Yeah. So like these sort of shades with the more nudes, or do we go down the colourful route? So give you some options of the colourful route. We've got some purples, a blue, and then, you know, the standard sort of gothy blacks and things, because we can always put glosses on top. So these are the colours. So we've got nudes or colours. Let me know what you think in the chat right now, and okay, let's have a little look, see what we've got in the comments. Amber Turd is on the stand right now, such an actor. I don't think she is. I think she's an atrocious actor. I think it's obvious that she's acting. Right then, so Renata says colourful, Lizzie says colourful. You've got food coming between 9 and 10, and that's in 9 minutes time. Nude, so you don't draw attention from those fab eyes. Thank you, good idea, Holland. Major says nude. Pink or purple says Nanette. So colourful says Ness. Bright eye nude lips says Major. I would normally go for that option as well, but everyone else is saying colourful pretty much, so it looks like we're going for colours. Right then, okay, I also would have gone for more of a nude lip with the brighter colours, but that's fine. Let's go for it. So then, what colours do we want to do? So I'll show you some options. We'll go with, this is a liquid, yes it is. So we'll go, we've got a black, hang on. We've got a purple ombre, I would do that as an ombre. We've got a, this might be heading towards clowndom. And do this one. I know, right? Sorry, everyone. It's taken a while to swatch. And, oh, that's still quite pinky pink, isn't it? But never mind. And then we have another black. I like that black, actually. And a purple. So, these are going to be your options, I guess. Oh, is there, hang on, I might have a neon pink as well. Let's try the neon pink. Is that a neon pink? Yes, it is. Wowzer. Right then, everybody. These are the options for today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 options. Jesus. Right, well, technically there's 7 options because I'll ombre some. But these are the options then for today. Technically there's 6 because there's 2 blacks. But anyway, so we've got how this is going to work number wise. Number 1 is at the top. Okay, so number 1 is this Revolution purple. It's in a bullet lipstick. And then we go 2 is the fuchsia pink, which is a Fenty. 3, which is a KVD black liquid. 4, which is these 2 purples ombre together. 5 is the blue. 6 is this fuchsia, and 7 is that other black, but it's just a black. Stop. We'll let you out in just a second. We'll all go out in a second. So then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 is the purple. 2 the pink. 3 the black. 4 those 2 purples combined. 5 the blue, and 6. Or whatever I said is that other one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Put your vote in now, please. Okay, so what are we saying? People are saying 1 is lip liner, 2 as the center. Okay, so you're going for a purple pink. That could work. 4 says the major. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 4 for the ombre. 3 for the pink. For the black says Ness. Everybody else seems to be saying the first one. That first purple. So then it looks like we're just going to use that Revolution purple again. That to me is quite a surprise. I thought we were going to go for an ombre look, but that purple is, I guess, what we're using today. So let's do that then. A nice simple lip look. Should I use a liner? Probably. Do I have any pink liners that would match in? That probably, no, it's going to be too. Oh, hang on. Cherry Wet. There we go. We'll put this as a liner. It's a bit pinky, but it'll work. It will work. Black as a liner and purple as a main, says Ed. That might work. But the dog's howling again. Right, okay, let's just do this. Okay. There we go. So there's a nice lip liner on. And then we're going to use the Revolution. It's a Revolution Pro lipstick in the shade. Hang on, I can't read it. In the shade. It's the Pro Supreme lipstick in the shade Treacherous, which is this lovely, it's a gorgeous one and done bullet lipstick. There we go. And so that has just, I think that's really pulled it together actually as a slightly more purpley gothy look. So then the last thing that is to do, oops, is just to pull you back slightly, is just to sort the old bonce out. So it needs to go that way. Here we go. Let's go for a up, and then we'll swish this all behind the ear as per. And then there we go, everybody. This is today's finished look. So slightly more bright and not really down the gothy goth route, but kind of still goth inspired, isn't it? It's still goth inspired. So there you go, everybody. What do you think about the finished look? bearing in mind, here, Ness, I'm doing your hands. Bearing in mind, you voted for it. This is all down to all of you in the live. And just to show you that I am not changing anything before we go out and vote and do all of these things, I have my Rev Pro Supreme Hold Finishing Spray. Ooh, a lot of finishing spray, but there we go. That is what we have ended up with today. So we've got a lot of really bright. I do like the blue. I didn't say I didn't like the blue. I've always liked the blue since we got it from that first. Did I get it from a Fenty? No, I didn't get it from the glossy box, did I? I got the other, oh, I was going to use this as a highlighter. Never mind. I got we'll have to do a Fenty edition one day. Of just doing Fenty or something. But yeah, there we go, everybody. What do you all think? Oh, hi, Heather. Heather's here. Heather Jones, hello, my darling. How are you? I hope you are well. But yeah, that is the finished look today. I look really wet now, don't I? Because I've put so much of that finishing spray on. But that is today's look. I don't think it's too out there. It is quite, you know, it's quite colourful. But considering where we started, do you remember when we just had the pink and the purple across the eyes and everybody was like, oh, what are you doing? As I always say, trust the look. Trust the look. It eventually comes together. I can eventually work it around. But there we go. I actually really like how this has turned out. Personally, I would have ombre'd the lips a little bit more. I would have used a darker sort of purple on the outside. But this is what you've all chosen, and I'm going to honour it today. I think it looks pretty, and I think it looks bright. It looks colourful. It looks very me, doesn't it? It looks very me. It really does. And I'm really loving it. So yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for choosing this today. Trust the process. Exactly. What have we all learned? What have we all learned on this channel? There are 3 things that we do and don't do on this channel. The first thing is we never bake, because the only baking we do is in the kitchen. There's a reason for that. That's why the under eyes don't look cakey, because we don't bake. The second thing that we have learned on this channel is trust the process. Trust the process. Halfway through, you look like a dog's dinner. At the end, you look like a gourmet 5-course meal. I'm fine with that. Although sometimes I'm just a little snack, you know what I mean? But I'm fine with that. And the last thing we have learned, blendy, blendy, blend, blend, blend. Absolutely, blendy, blendy, blend. When you've got it on your face and the colours all look a bit, oh, blendy, blendy, blend. Blend the shadows out, blend the colours out, blend the, I mean, God, the play pot colours that I had on my cheeks, look how bright those were. And look how now it just all looks kind of funky. It all has come together. Even that contour shade isn't one that I would normally have opted for, that Fenty contour shade, the matchstick. But again, it's completely come together with the finished look. And I really like it. Thank you, everyone. I'm looking aged, look funky. Thank you. Looking good, says Nanette. Thank you, thank you. I really, really like how this has turned out. So thank you to everybody for voting. This is not the pastel goth look that I was expecting to have today, but I also think that I'm going to keep the top on because this purple lipstick is pretty much the exact same shade. Oh, you can't see. It's pretty much the exact same shade as the lilac top I'm wearing. So in the end, it all worked out serendipitously. But there you go. That is it, everyone. Thanks so much for watching today. Thanks so much for voting. Thanks so much for being here. And thank you for being a subscriber. Thank you for being part of my Thursday mornings. I love doing this. As I say, it really makes me think differently and it really pushes the limits of my makeup. And I'm loving the lashes. I keep catching myself in the monitor going, oh, look at the eyes. Look at the lashes. I love it. Very glam. But that is going to be it today, everybody. Don't forget, if you would like to support myself on this channel just a little bit more, you can always go across to buymeacoffee.com/BeyondAuthentic, where you can, in fact, buy us a coffee. That's also where full details of the channel memberships are, and you get exclusive members-only content like the 20-minute video that went up yesterday, and also advance notice of videos and things like that, little sneak peeks behind the scenes, some updates on stuff that's going on that nobody else will get. And as you've seen the video yesterday, you also get information that nobody else has that won't be on the YouTube. So yes, if you would like to support us It starts at £3, but to get all those perks, it's £5 a month if you would like to buy us a coffee over there. And as I say, I am working on the Slimming World content. Bloody Aldi or Slimming World have changed a lot of the Aldi sin values, as we found out on Tuesday this week. So I've got to go back through and recalculate a lot of the sin values. So that's put the PDF, and it was, as soon as it was ready to go, it was bloody out of date. So I need to redo that, which is going to be a bit of a pain in the backside. But there you go. That is coming your way as well. But that is it, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me today. I will see you all very, very, very soon. And as I always say, stay you, stay true, stay authentic, and I will definitely see you on the next one. Take care. And again, thanks very much for joining me today. Bye-bye. Hang on. Hang on. Hi, this is Lisa. You're watching Beyond Authentic Health and Beauty. Don't forget, if you haven't already, hit that like button. It really helps us out with YouTube's algorithm. And then hit that subscribe button and make sure you have dinged your bell and changed your settings to all. That way YouTube should notify you each and every time we upload a video. But if you'd like to support us in this channel just a little bit more, you can always go across to buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic, where you can, in fact, buy us a coffee. That's also where full details of our brand new Coffee Club Crew memberships are, including exclusive members only content. Thank you so much to those of you who are choosing to support us.